up, and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 468, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 19-18 third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 of the building?
In the mother fucking building. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Gotta suck one. Red Sox sucked a whole lot of them tonight. Woo! God damn out there, Chris Sale. I mean, if you're a Red Sox, I'll just say this right now. If you're a Red Sox fan and you're mad or you're just like, oh, he struck out 10, but he'll probably end up on the injured list. Just like, can't you just be happy for the guy? Like, it's not like the Red Sox have championship aspirations this year. Like, all right, he went out there, he threw 6 shutout innings, he shoved it up your ass, he struck out 10. We saw him laugh and smile. Like, it is what it is. You know, like I'm not bitter about it. I kind of don't really feel any way at all. Like I'm not sitting here being like, man, that was so inspiring to see Chris Sale do his thing. It's more just like, yeah, you know, that's Chris Sale. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm not happy that the Red Sox got it shoved up their ass. I'm not happy that they got swept. The Bruins got their dicks kicked in. Like it's still happening right now, as far as I know. There was like 5 minutes left in the third period. They're losing 6-1, but I don't know. It's just, it's a weird feeling. Cause like, I just know that it's one of those things where you know that the reaction amongst the fans is going to just be like super toxic. I get it. You know, you love your team. You have a lot of pride in the Red Sox. You want to see him win. I want to see him win. I have a lot of pride in my fandom as well. But just because he shoved up your ass, like I don't want to see any Chris Sale hate today. I don't want to see any of that. I don't want to see it tomorrow.
Even after everything, right? Like Chris Sale, the first thing he does before the series starts, he goes,
he apologized.
Thank you to Red Sox fans, and I'm sorry. Like after all this time, a guy who's no longer in the organization still clearly carries that weight of what happened here in all those years where he wasn't able to pitch his prime that will most likely cost him a Hall of Fame career. Like that's what Chris Sale lost when he came here and all these injuries popped up following the extension. How can you hate on that? And when you talk about Chris Sale and the Vaughn Grissom trade, did the Red Sox think this was a possibility? Surely they did. They know pitching. If there's an organization that understands pitching right now, and guess what's making Chris Sale this good again? He's throwing his slider as his primary pitch. So you're seeing what the vision would be if Chris Sale was here, like we see with all the Red Sox starters right now, putting heavy emphasis on breaking stuff. Boom, he's doing it there. It's working for him. The reason the Red Sox traded for Vaughn Grissom was because it wasn't about competing this year. It was awesome whatever Sale was going to give. They were worried about the future.
Does anyone here regret the trade?
No.
I personally don't.
No,
I don't.
No, still love the trade. I mean, this was what he did tonight was a big possibility. I don't think we went into the start being like, oh, better get to Sale. It just felt kind of weird, right? It was just a little like, weird. Oh, he's over there. And right, the slider's really good. It's like filthy, and it's very hard to hit. He made
Devers hit 97.
Terrible. Oh my God, he can throw fast. And it's got some zip on it, and it looks even better when you have to face the slider. So tonight was more for Chris Sale than the Red Sox, clearly. The Sox really made sure he had his night tonight. They didn't get any runs in the finale. But yeah, I'm happy for him. I mean, this is definitely not the time to be like, oh, just wait till he gets hurt. I mean, when the trade happened, we knew what the deal was. Like, okay, he might be really good out of the gate, and then the odds seem to be high he could get hurt, but maybe he has a good year and you're rooting for him. It's like, whatever. Like you mentioned, T-Dog, he's apologetic. He's said sorry a million times now. Yeah. It's like, yeah, go do your thing and
he doesn't have to.
Have fun.
No.
He didn't hurt himself.
No, but what infuriates me is like, you know, people want to say, well, this is just like Pablo or this is like Carl Crawford. Both of those guys didn't give a fuck. Pablo stopped taking care of himself completely. Like Chris Sale was talking about being at the lowest points of his entire life mentally, that his entire identity was being a ball player, and he was sitting there destroying himself post-game when he wasn't able to reach the levels he was, or when these injuries happened, taking all accountability. All this fucking city ever asked for from an athlete is about accountability and to care. He gave you those things. His body failed him. We see it. We understand it. It sucked. The contract was awful. What more do you want than for him to continue to own it and say, hey, I love you guys. I still look at those days as some of the best moments of my career, but they were also some of the lowest. That's Chris Sale. That's all you ask for from that guy.
I'm never going to discredit anybody that's pissed off, though. Like, anybody that's like, the guy missed 100 of the projected starts that he should have made during his extension. You can be mad about that. That's totally fine. But then present day to take it out on him is a little bit weird. So there's a lot of mixed emotions.
Be mad at Dave Dombrowski, who handed that contract over when he didn't need to at the time. That's who you should be mad at. Because we all knew at that time that this was a very real possibility.
Ownership greenlighting that and then using it as the excuse to trade Mookie was unfathomable behavior. The most short-sighted move of the century. I fault Chris Sale 0%. And the people, I did see it start bubbling up leading into this series, like, oh, you shouldn't have traded Sale. These are the same people that were using not trading Sale as the prime reason to fire Heim. Just the dumbest fucking people in the world. Like, oh, there was this rumored trade to one of the fucking other contenders that Heim said no to. Was that player going to be better or worse than Von Grissom? We'll never know. He still have the worst ERA in the rotation right now?
Yes. Well, Pivetta maybe now after. Yeah, I think Sale's sub 3. He's sub 3 now, yeah. Pivetta
so coming into the night, it was like comfortably the worst.
344, I think.
Which does make tonight a little different, right? Like if the Red Sox had like a 5 starters ERA, it would be like, oh my God, and you traded this guy. But at least they have done their own, they've held their own with the starting rotation. So it doesn't make it hurt as much.
Yeah, they're pitching. They're out there pitching.
Tyler said something too about him using the slider as the primary pitch. After this most recent run, are we like still all the way in on throwing only breaking balls? Because Marcelo Ozuna seemed to love that.
Yeah, it was actually interesting. Tonight, too, Pivetta was fastball heavy. So was Cutter Crawford. Not to jump ahead here, but both of those guys were fastball heavy. But so far, it seems like the breaking stuff, they're all the way in on it. Jen McCaffrey put out an article saying, hey, this is what their plan is. They believe, based on this staff, their best pitchers are their breaking balls. They had a bunch of guys that had fastballs as their best pitch. You would see more of it, but they're going to lean into whatever their pitcher's strengths are. And, as we see with Tanner Houck, one of those guys, his breaking ball is his best pitch. They're just going to keep running with it.
For sure. I don't necessarily disagree with that. And you can say they were fastball heavy. The one Ozuna hit was not a fastball.
No, it was absolutely tanked. But yeah, it's a fair question. I think more with Pivetta, the thing I would look at and say, should he have had another rehab start? Because he didn't look very sharp command-wise.
Sure.
He just looked kind of off. And they're doing the same thing with Brian Bayo. And the truth is, like, Pivetta hadn't pitched in a month. And he made one start. He wasn't very good down in AAA, and they brought him back. Did you push it a little bit? Probably, but you're also facing one of the best lineups in baseball. Like, that's the other half. I feel like
we're jumping ahead a little bit here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Leaped.
Yeah. If you went higher on Chris Sale strikeouts tonight, you're probably looking pretty good. If you went higher on Florida goals tonight, you're looking pretty good. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball or mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. How many points did Dan Housen have last night, Steve?
Housen, I can get that for you.
Yeah, I would love to know that because he probably smashed the over there, the higher.
Yeah, I'll get that for you.
Yeah, Dan Housen. Every time I looked up Housen was wet. He was fucking raindrops.
He had 0.
Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared, Jared, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared, Jared. You sure about that?
Yeah, he took one shot, 0 for 1.
Yeah. Nah, it looked like it went in though. He's got that smooth stroke.
Yeah. No, it was like one of those like optical illusions where it's like, should they count it? And then they afterwards said, we're not going to count it. So,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I fucking love Housen.
Watch out for Housen in game 3. That's all we got to say.
Oh,
I would go higher.
Wait, they've played 2 games in that series? I thought they played 1. They played 2? How many
Or
points?
game
did
2,
Housen
yeah.
have?
I've already given them 2 wins in that series. Yeah, game 2.
Okay,
Game
now I'm
2.
all
Well, game
confused.
3. I mean, by game
One
3,
game.
he's going to be averaging like 30 a game. Yeah.
Yeah, don't go higher on Housen for game 2. It's game 3 where he's gonna
Yep.
go off.
It's
Yeah.
game 3. Yeah.
Yeah, Housen in 3. What night is that game gonna be? Sunday?
Something
Saturday.
like that. Saturday.
It's every other day. Jake, you've seen Jake's schedule.
Yeah, but it's not like consistent for
No,
next week as well, is it? It's gonna go next. I don't
Couldn't be
know.
more consistent.
All right, dude, relax. All right, had a long day. It's
The Sox lost.
taking a
Come
lot
on.
of L's. Taking a lot of L's today. Energy's down. No one's happy. It's late. Chris Sale. Fuck. You
I'm not
know?
jumping ahead at all. We did
Okay.
get some great DMs. That's all I'm going to say. If we wanted something to be happy about,
You know what, Steve? I'm sorry.
what?
Didn't cut it.
Oh, damn it.
Gonna suspend himself.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Accountability. Jerry Sale in the flesh. He put his hand up. He said, I wasn't making my starts during the week. He was hurt.
This might
hurt
be
him.
the only time, but definitely the first time Jared's been suspended before me in an episode.
Oh, surely.
without-
Surely.
I don't think it'll ever happen again, if we're being honest.
I'm impressed
No.
so far, Tyler. No suspension so far in this episode.
I'm coming with a chiller demeanor tonight.
Okay.
I think I've matured.
I would like to suspend your day job, though, the entire station.
Go ahead.
Just say, I want you to walk in there tomorrow, march in there, chest out, head held high. Say there has been an edict from the north. Just say the score of the Celtics game. You clearly didn't watch. You clearly haven't watched. You clearly haven't watched in years. You don't know any of these
In
people's
years.
names. Stop talking about them, please, because I can ignore it. You know what I mean? I've long ignored it. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. When I see the people who can't ignore it, who post the clips to Twitter and then get angry over it, then I have to deal with it. Then I have to step in because people can't help themselves. People like to eat the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them. Just say the score. That's it. That's all you get. You can say the score and then move on.
I'll do whatever you ask, Coley. I'll just try to
Thank
be
you.
respectful. If I get fired, will you take care of me?
No, that's your problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I was on Baseball Hour tonight with Maz, and I let him know that his take was bad. Yeah, his other bad take, which I told him was a bad take. I said, "You're on a roll today with bad takes." Was he wondered if Chris Sale was going to get a standing ovation at Fenway when the Braves come to town? He's like, people were really upset about the 5 years where he was hurt. I was like, Tony, they are going to roll a fucking video of punching out Machado. They might just show that for 8 straight minutes. And the place is going to go nuts. He's going to get a standing ovation. Everyone's going to move on with their lives. And the other point that I made, which was kind of going off of the rant that I went on when the Giants were in town, I was like, the people that are going to the games right now, like the diehard Red Sox fans, the pissed off boo people fans, they're not even going to the games. The people that are going to the games now are the just happy to be there people. Chris Sale is going to get a 100% zero boo standing ovation. And he shouldn't get booed anyway. Like, even the people that would consider booing him, they are wrong for doing so if they did. But yeah, it's going to be a 100% universal standing ovation when he comes back to Fenway. I don't understand why anyone would boo him. It was like, oh, boo, you got hurt. It's like, dude, you win a championship. I don't give a fuck what happens after that.
Yeah,
Good
there's
point.
0.0 reason to boo Christopher Allen Sale.
No.
But weird hypothetical, if you could add one of he or Evaldi to the last 2 years, not even just this year, would we all pick Evaldi? I feel like I would without hesitating.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, of, like their versions of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily Nate Evaldi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, Evaldi has the groin thing going on right now, but last year, him and Jordan
Oh,
Montgomery.
Evaldi's gonna miss some starts too. That's
That's
why
part
I
of
think
the
it's a
game.
very- Steve?
I'm going to say, yeah. I would go Evaldi.
Yeah.
King of the Peloton.
Depends
That's
on
Loves
what they
that
call
Peloton. And who wouldn't? Bikes, man. Especially when they
Fucking
don't go
bikes.
anywhere. Nothing bad.
That feels like a shot.
No, I said especially when they don't go anywhere.
That's the shot. Yeah. That's
It's a shot at Peloton. It's not a shot at Chris Sale, if that's what you're getting at.
Tyler.
Tyler?
So I tried one of these things. Does everyone feel yes?
What did you call it? Like a Pelotononian or something?
They called it a Pendleton.
A Pentaloon?
Yes.
A Pentaloony.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel intense ass pain when they sit on those things, or is that a me problem?
Tyler, you got to get a
got
seat
no ass,
cushion. You got to get a seat cushion, or else it's going to destroy your ass.
Okay. No, I'm happy to hear this. I thought I had some kind of, issue down there. Maybe I wasn't built correctly. I do have a very flat ass, though.
Same.
So I tried a Pendleton, did not have a seat cushion, broken butt. It's you got to get extra cushioning on Amazon.
Yeah.
Make it thick.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris Sale destroyed my ass tonight. I'll tell you that.
Destroyed all of our
You're
asses.
skipping ahead.
No,
I'm
jumping
not.
ahead.
I didn't even open up the book yet. I didn't even open up the book.
Jumping ahead.
I'm not jumping ahead. I didn't even open up the book.
Let's open that book, huh?
You want to open the book?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think we're ready, right?
Book me.
Who cares about this series, honestly?
Yeah, let's clean 40.
Yeah, I'm trying to clean 40 it tonight. Big day tomorrow. Got a big photo shoot with Tyler Milligan.
Just us, baby.
Yeah, it's just you guys.
Yeah.
You want to see tits? Come to Fenway.
We came up with the concept before Coley came on. He just agreed to it without knowing what it was. But we're shooting photos for the Section 10 merch to put on the website. And the idea is we will all be naked, but holding the merch. And do you like that, Coley?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
I also, it is skipping ahead. You can suspend me if you want. Blooper's taking shots
At me?
at us, I would argue.
Because he wants to build. He wants to build them, though.
But they build them there too.
Yeah, the Braves have.
They weren't talking about building them. We're the only people fucking talking about building them.
True. I do appreciate the Section 10 listeners that were pointing out that they're also building them. So there is something to be. That's a hat tip.
Well, I mean, if Bloop wants to build them with us, he can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, here we go. First game here. Cutter went from no home runs allowed to home runs in consecutive starts, 2-0 Atlanta in the third. Don't love that. Coley?
Nope. Don't love it at all. I feel like the summer is going to not be kind to the pitching staff.
Yeah, probably not. Next line here says Nesson technical difficulties.
Oh, brother.
Sox got the bases loaded. Can't see it.
Best part of the game.
That's in the sixth.
So on the cable version, did they have the throwback Nesson logo as the? Oh, okay, you just put that out there.
Yeah, I was just trolling.
I was
at
making
that
sure.
point.
I was like, wait, that's hilarious if they put the wrong logo on there.
No,
but yeah, classic Nesson.
Yeah, classic. Vintage.
Only on Nesson.
Yes. 3 walks, smell you later. Ronaldo Lopez, 2-1 Atlanta in the sixth. Nesson technical difficulties sparks a rally. Cedon Rafaela, RBI infield single. It's 2-2 in the sixth. Cutter, final line, 6 innings, 87 pitches, 58 strikes, 5 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, a homer. ERA is 1.75. T-Dog, anything on Cutter?
Yeah, 4 straight start of at least 6 innings. Obviously went 7 the one before that. But you go back to a season ago, he went 6 innings 5 times total the entire year. So that's the growth you've been looking for from Cutter Crawford. And where, I think the homers are going to definitely go up. You're not going to go an entire month again without, giving up a couple big flies. But his biggest strength right now is hard hit percentage, which is 95 miles per hour or higher in terms of exit velocity. He's in the 97th percentile for that right now. Tied for 12th most in terms of innings pitched as well. This is kind of everything you could ask out of Cutter Crawford. He's giving you innings, and he's not folding when he may not be sharp or he doesn't have his best stuff. And yeah, it was heavy 4-seamer usage in this one, 39%. A lot of the cutter as well. But I think this is what you asked for out of Cutter. Hard to be too upset about giving up 2 runs to the Braves.
I was upset.
Not at all.
I was upset.
Why?
Furious.
Offense needs to do something.
They
Yeah,
lost
8 million
the game.
chances.
It's
Yeah,
the
they
lost
did. How
part.
many left on base? 11?
Total for that game, it was 1 for 20 in this series, 1 for 14 that first game.
It's terrible.
Pretty bad. Adam Duvall just fucked us. It would have been a 2-run double for Tyler O'Neill in the 8th.
That play, I don't know how he made that play. I was like,
Well,
oh,
he
that's
ran.
in the...
He ran
and then he
and
caught
then
it.
he caught it.
That ball had
Stuck his
gap
arm out.
written all over it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Duvall? Really?
Like
He's
this.
chasing this down? He didn't even need a full dive, Jared. That was just kind of
No,
like
he
a
didn't.
half, like, I already have it kind of play.
He was pretty good defensively last year as well. I mean, like that's kind of
No,
why
he
they brought
was.
him in.
I just
Yeah.
didn't expect that play. I was
You thought
pretty
it was gonna be a double.
stunned. Yeah, I thought that was a double. So,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
They couldn't
Still
get the
would've-
big hit whole series, and it's been a lot of the year. You can't get the one big swing.
Yeah. Braves get 2 in the 8th. It's over. Garrett Cooper sucks. Get Bob back up here. Special player. That one starred.
Two
Agreed.
for
Watch your
20.
fucking mouth, dude.
Hard to
2
say
for
anything
20.
like that after what Garrett Cooper did today.
What?
A
fucking
single?
Fuck
flew
did he do
out.
today?
He had a
Listen,
hit.
he had a single and he was robbed
And
of a
he
double.
Flew out.
Robbed of a double.
He flew
And
out to
was
left
set.
and he had a
out.
single,
A
so let's
can of
relax.
corn.
Yeah. Well, that fly out was sick, dude.
May I ask a question?
I guess. Yeah.
Has Bob come that close to a home run at any point this year?
He just hit one yesterday. didn't
Nope,
he?
in the
Yeah.
big leagues where it counts.
Did he hit one? Did he hit a home run yesterday?
Not in the big leagues, no.
Did he hit one yesterday? Did he hit a
Big
ball
leagues.
over the fence? Coley?
Coley?
If Bob flew out like that, would you be saying nice almost hit?
Yes,
No,
100%.
you
I would
not.
give Bob
Of
some
no,
credit
you
for that.
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Of course not.
No,
Who
you
stands
wouldn't.
up and gives Bob credit for his defense more than me?
Me.
Everyone else on the panel.
Yeah.
Wrong. I give Bob credit when
Steve,
credit is earned.
Just
Steve.
want to do a quick update here on the Bob replacements. They're hitting 150.
Oh,
So
that's
it's-
lower than it was the last time we checked in?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going down. It just
Yeah.
like the Reens going down.
Yeah. Tyler?
Steve, you're my dog. Can you give me the Bobby Delbick batting average in the big leagues, please?
No, because he's not in the big leags right now, so that's not relevant. Overruled.
He's trying
Is he
to
still
get
on
the
a
Blue
overruled
Sox
streak,
to
too?
Vegas.
He
Tyler.
had
Come
more
on.
time in the
Overruled.
big leagues than either of these two.
Tyler, overruled. Overruled. Evidence
Oh.
is thrown out.
Fortunately, I have it. It's 132.
Well, we didn't ask for it.
Oops, I dropped it.
I'm about to drop you, bitch.
Please
I'm
don't.
going to see you tomorrow. You know that, right?
I know. I apologize.
What did Romy Gonzalez do today? Because he's going to factor in here as well.
Not to jump ahead, but
Not
there's a
trying to jump
line
ahead.
about old Romy in here. Yeah, Romy made the cut. We're not going to lie.
It might be below 132 if we
Yeah.
factor in his 0 for 4.
Yeah, next line here says, Benny's Banana Splits is our only hope. Please save us. Braves 4, Red Sox 2.
So, real quick, because it's something I harp on a lot. It's first and second, 1 out with Slayton on the bump in the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Why were we not in double play depth?
Fair question. I'm assuming based on what
Especially
the matchup
since
was.
the ball, and this is, you can't call me on hindsight. I've been harping on this for years. The ball couldn't have been hit more to double play where the shortstop is on a double play. Now, I'm sure there are numbers that say Ozuna is a dead pull hitter, even though his homer today, one of his 2 homers today, not skipping ahead, was very much to the opposite field. I don't know. You already have 1 out. If it's 0 outs, I guess I more understand it. Obviously, 2 outs, yeah, for sure, you're playing the numbers. Your best chance to get out of that inning is the double play.
I don't get. There was almost like surprise that they would try to turn one there. It's like, yeah, that's how you get out of the inning. The thing with
Yeah.
Rafaela, and love Rafaela, he's been mainly great at shortstop. That should have been a double play, not jumping ahead today. I think he thought there were 2 outs because instead of stepping on second, he tagged Ozuna. I'm like, what are you doing tagging him? Try to turn this. It didn't help that Grissom was in his way.
He like set a screen
I'm
on
talking
him.
about.
Yeah, you're
I'm
talking about play before
Ozuna's
that.
at bat. I'm not talking about the weird,
right. Okay, yeah. That's
like
fair.
Ozuna's at bat because that also was very peculiar. That was 2 batters to the next batter.
That didn't make sense
bizarre.
either. I'm
But
jumping
I
ahead.
also think he thought the first baseman stepped on first,
Mm.
which is the only explanation. But that was handled poorly. The play before, you get out of that inning. I saw a lot of people trying to not shitting on Slayton, but they're like Slayton's first fuck up. I don't think that is his fuck up. I don't know whose job it is to call out defensive alignments. They've been bad since 2018. Everything clicked. Since 2018 ended, defensive alignments, especially in the infield, have been awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Every game. It's cost them multiple wins, a week, not even per season.
It doesn't
go
help
back-
walking the first guy. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Sure, I'm not trying to get Slayton off the hook, but he gave up the double play ball that would have got him out of that inning unscathed.
I think it's tough. I get a little weird with the defensive alignment sometimes because I feel like it's stuff you don't notice when it works and it's stuff you do notice when it doesn't. But we go back, we had the Bob incident, in the Chicago series where we were like, what? Where the fuck is Bob? Why is he playing so far off the bag? And it was clearly from the dugout at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of that stuff, and there's really not a number or anything you can go off to get a good feel. It really is just eye test, but I don't know. There's a lot of plays we look at and it's like, oh, damn, he's standing right there and the ball got hit right to him. I feel like if the Red Sox were revamping a lot of things, especially from a pitching standpoint, that would have likely factored in a big way this year.
Well, that's where it feels like, because I usually harp on it with 2 strikes. With 2 strikes, you have to get out of whatever shift you've called because you're probably going to be pitching people low and away or at least outside so that it's not even relevant. Like if people are going to pull a ball that far off the plate, fucking tip your cap and move on. But it feels like there's been a disconnect between whatever pitch is being called, which is also coming from the dugout, and the defensive alignment. Those haven't been on the same page really since like 2019, 2020. And that's multiple managers too. That's not even just one guy.
Yeah, it's a good question. I really don't have an answer for it, if I'm being honest with you, from that sense. But I would guess, at least from a pitching standpoint, that would be like if you were revamping a lot of those things and that was such a significant problem in the way they were breaking things down, wouldn't there be a dramatic change? Like, wouldn't that be one of the first things you look at? If you were saying, hey, we're giving up a lot of runs because guys aren't where they fucking need to be. You know, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't give you a great answer on it, but it does stick out from time to time. I can't lie.
Yeah. Especially that Bob play. All right. Tonight's game. Woo.
Tyler's trying to raise his hand, I think.
I am. I do have one thing in that game. You guys want the numbers on runners in scoring position for the Red Sox this year? What they're hitting?
It stinks.
It does. They're 20th in OPS, batting average, OBP, and slugging percentage right now. So you're a bottom 10 team.
Gonna add on to that real quick, T-Dog. Rafael Devers hitting 217 with runners in scoring position. Tyler O'Neill 142.
With like
Them
a
combined,
sub, yeah, it's like
bad.
a sub 600 OPS for O'Neill. Devers is weird though; it's close to 900, so that shows like the homers. But at the end of the day, when you need the big hit with these guys in those positions, batting average, as much as people want to throw it away, that's kind of where you're looking for that stat because you need the hit. You need someone to deliver.
A lot of people are saying it on the Twitter machine, and I fully agree. When Rafi's up in those spots, you don't expect him to get the hit, and he has not gotten the hit mainly this season. Them being combined 181 with runners in scoring position is crazy. I was looking at the other main guys in the lineup, and Duran 387 with runners in scoring position, Abreu 375, Wong 263. Those guys are all combined for 351. So they're basically double what Rafael Devers and Tyler O'Neill are doing in big at-bats. So top of the 6th in that first game. Devers, bases loaded, strikes out. That was tough.
And I think when you look at Devers, like since he came off the IL, he's been swinging it overall. He's batting average is well above 300. So it's truly just coming in with that clutch hit. But I think where we're seeing these strikeouts in big moments, and the biggest thing you need to watch with this team, they have a strikeout problem. They have the second most strikeouts in all of baseball behind the Mariners right now. Tyler O'Neill, since the first week of the season, is over 30%. For a K percentage. And listen, he succeeded with it that high before, and it helps that he draws a lot more walks now. But that worries me. You know, Wilyer Abreu is going to be another guy that K's. Could Connor Wong start to fall on that? And now they're moving him up to the 2-hole on certain days. Another guy who, you know, this year the K percentage has been down, but last year was well over 30. I think these were some of the characteristics you miss when you lost Justin Turner. These guys that just put the ball in play constantly, because that's what you're asking for. It's third base and 1 out. Or second base and no outs. Just push the runner along. And they aren't even doing those little things. And I think that's why Cora was so pissed today.
You know who the worst hitter on the team is with runners in scoring position?
Who?
Tristan Casas. He's hitting 105 with
he's hurt.
296 OPS with runners in scoring position.
Casas is injured.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
But he wasn't at the time. Yeah, 879 OPS for Devers with runners in scoring position. That's third best on the team. But it is a 217 batting.
Since Casas got hurt, he has yet to strike out with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
I will add 2 of the biggest K machines, Bobby Dalbec at 47% and Emmanuel Valdez at 30.
All right. So if I get called out for saying Tristan Casas is not playing because he's injured, why are you talking about Bobby Dalbec?
Because if we're looking at where the Red Sox are and them racking up strikeouts, 2 of the guys that were contributing most are no longer on the team. So that's a reason to have hope.
And how does the offense look without him? Worse or better?
I'll take Garrett Cooper and Dominic Smith.
How?
God.
Easily. Both have been better big league hitters.
How?
How
we
what?
Can't, we can't be chest out with that. They're hitting 150.
We're
Yeah.
talking such a small sample size.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's all we got
Why
to
are
go
they
off of.
here?
They're
Why are
hitting
they
a
here?
hit.
Hey,
That's literally it.
Hey, Tyler.
Yup.
Hey, Tyler. You know what Garrett Cooper's hitting with runners in scoring position? Fucking 0.
Oh, own them.
Yeah. Fucking 0.
Look at this. Look at this. Imagine having a lower career OPS plus than fucking Dominic Smith. What would you think of yourself?
Garrett
You'd feel
Cooper,
pretty
by
bad,
the
wouldn't
way,
ya?
hitting 0 with runners in scoring position. I'm just pointing that out because you wanted to bring him up and compare him to Bob. He's hitting, again, 0.
Take them both any day over Bob. Don't even
Runners
have
in
to think
scoring
about it.
position, 0 hits. Has
Both
not
are better
even put
hitters.
the ball in play as far as I'm concerned.
The thing I wish is that the team would enjoy hitting with someone on every base. Like typically
Yeah.
when you fill up the bases, that's a great time to hit because it's like the
Mhm.
pitcher has to throw you something. I know you guys know, I'm letting Tyler know this. When you have bases loaded, it's like you want to hit in those at bats because he's
Mhm.
got to throw you strikes. And then if you
Mhm.
get a hit,
Yeah.
runs score, which is
Mhm.
good for your stats.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't
I'm-
like those at bats though, and it's really weird. I don't like that they don't like it.
There's only 4 players on the team that have a hit with the bases loaded.
That's crazy. A good amount of at bats too in those situations.
It's
I think.
every game.
Yeah.
Every game they load the
It's
base.
every game.
Second they load them up, I'm like, damn it! It's no way.
So
Nothing's coming.
bases loaded this season. You know what? Let me just double check because I set it to guys that have played. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I missed Vaughn Grissom. Okay. Bases loaded. There's 5 guys. Rafaela has 3 hits with the bases loaded this year. 2 singles and a double. Reese McGuire has a single with the bases loaded this year. And Manuel Valdez has a double.
Not
with
on the team
bases
anymore.
loaded. Vaughn Grissom has a double with the bases loaded. That happened in Minnesota. And the other bases loaded hit belongs to
Bobby Dahlbeck. Bobby Dahlbeck.
Tough. You know
first
what's
line
tough?
here. What?
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This isn't jumping ahead. What's tough is that the only runs they scored the entire series was a walk and a liner off a bummer. Like that was it.
Which would have been
Like,
a
it was-
double play if it went through.
Yeah, a walk
No
and
doubt.
a double play where there are 2 runs in the entire series.
But
I know it's
that's
a 2-gamer,
where,
but yikes.
like, I give Rafaela so much credit for just getting bat on ball there.
Yeah.
Because when he just strikes out, you have no chance of scoring a run on that. Like, literally none.
He did
Just
way
get the
more than
ball
like
in play.
everyone else with the bases loaded, so I can't
Oh.
blame him.
This season, he's been our best hitter, which is the worst part of all of it.
20 RBIs. You know,
Right.
he's taken 7-game hitting streak. Say what you will. It's still rough and it's a lot of weak contact, but it's improving.
He's making contact though, and he's definitely doing more now than we expected by now. It's May 8th, and it's like, okay, this guy not only has the most RBIs on the team, but I actually look forward to his at-bats. I'm like, all right,
Do
we'll
you?
see. I do.
Anything
I
can
like seeing
happen.
his progression. I do.
Anything can happen. Like, I know, like, when Dom Smith and Garrett Cooper dig in the box, I'm like, well, this is an out.
I know
When
what's happening.
Rafaela digs in, I'm like, even if he makes weak contact to the pitcher, he might beat this out. Like, anything, he might swing at the first 3 pitches, none of them are even near him. Like, there's an excitement factor of, I don't really know how this is going to go.
You want to hear something troubling?
Sure.
On pitches 95 miles an hour or faster, Rafael Devers has 3 hits.
Jeez.
Yoshida has 6. For comparison.
But that guy sucks.
Yeah, they got to cut his hand off.
Yeah.
The Boston Red Sox have told me repeatedly that guy fucking
That guy-
stinks out loud.
One of the worst players they've ever had. That Yoshida
Oh.
guy. Oh.
Jared,
Bad. They usually
Trash.
say like good player, better person. With him, they're like terrible player, even worse human
He's
being.
an
Just
awful
the
guy.
fucking
You know
pits.
who's smoking
This
him?
guy sucks.
95 miles an hour faster. You know who's leading the team in batting average, hitting 500?
Abreu?
Connor Wong.
Connor Wong. There you go.
He's hitting 500 with a 1083 OPS.
how many 95 pluses Devers saw, Jared?
He has seen Where is he? You got to scroll all the way down to find him.
If you want a second, the 4-seam numbers, at least for Devers this year, are pretty good. He's hitting 333 against some 542 slug.
Looks like 90.
Wow. Yeah, so we've seen about 169 4-seamers total.
He's hitting 231. He's seen 90 pitches of 95 or faster. He's hitting 231, but it's a 913 OPS.
Okay. So he's right where he needs to be.
Yeah.
He's due for some big moments at Fenway in this homestand. Not jumping ahead, but
Yeah, don't jump ahead, dude.
okay.
First line here says, seeing Chris Sale pitch against the Red Sox is weird. I hate it. It was weird. Like, it felt comfortable a little bit after like the first inning. You're like, yeah, like, because I mean, put it this way. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I am, and I've said this before, an offense-brained person. Like, I definitely, like, if I'm watching a baseball game, I'm looking at the hitter. When Chris Sale pitches, I'm looking at Chris Sale. There's a few guys where you sit down and you're looking at the pitcher. For me, it's few and far between. Like Jose Fernandez comes to mind. Like, I would watch his starts and like you're watching Jose Fernandez. So you're not watching what the hitter is doing at the plate. I guess it's just kind of where your eyeballs go. But I was watching Chris Sale and I'm like, this feels normal. This feels like home again. This feels good to see Chris Sale throwing 96.
I mean, he was unhittable tonight, but against lefties, there was no chance. Credit to Duran, he got a hit, but the rest of the guys didn't. 1 for 8 with 4 Ks were the Sox lefties tonight against Chris Sale. To your point about watching the pitcher, it felt like the batters weren't even in the batter's box. Like, it didn't even matter. It's like, okay, well, you're not going to be able to hit that and you're going to swing at it. Wilger had all sorts of trouble trying to handle that slider, and they made him look filthy. There were some people mentioning, and I think it's valid, but it's like, oh, well, Devers should know better. He was with him. It's not like he's facing him all the time. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Devers was not paying attention when Chris Sale was pitching.
No, like that's the literal last thing he was doing.
Was it me? Was it me or was Devers' stance way more open than it normally is? Like, his front foot was like in the dugout.
He looked really bad on that strike.
Contorted. Yeah.
It was like, ugh, man. Yeah. But happy for Chris.
It was even better after Cora said, yeah, we're going to try and do what the Orioles did against Chris Sale. Last season on opening day, that's our game plan, and hopefully we can do it. You couldn't be more far from what the Orioles did against him.
Yep. Wasn't even close. Next line here says, we have absolutely zero shot to win this game. Ozuna, 3-run home run. It's 3-0 Atlanta in the first. Nick Pivetta hates bananas. Arcia home run, 4-0 Atlanta in the first. Yeah, you pretty much knew the game was over at this point.
I got two
We're not
things
talking
on
that
the
double
Pivetta.
play? We're going to talk that DP? No?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Is this Romy Gonzalez's first ever? I believe it is.
So
that was in the second inning.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was in the first. That was in the
Nope.
first.
No, it wasn't.
The 2 homers were in the first.
The 2 homers were in the first, but there was like the play where like he didn't know where the bag was. Like Nick Pivetta like flipped to him.
No, that was in the second.
No,
I'm just
the
saying that
double play.
like with a different first baseman, do they convert the double play? That isn't making his first start at first. That's
okay.
all
I'm thinking of a different play.
No, you're right. That missed the bag was in the second, but
with the hop.
Yeah, does a different first baseman, just reaching out more, being more comfortable there.
How about
convert
a
the double
first
play?
baseman in general?
Just someone that is a first baseman. Yeah, because he's not.
Yeah.
So I went this morning and I was tweeting. I was looking through. I was like, did Romy Gonzalez ever play first base anywhere? He had played 2 games there in AAA this year. That was it. He had never appeared at first base in a major league game.
Life. Yeah.
So
I kept T-Dog, and I'm glad you did the same thing. That's the right thought there. I kept staring at the Baseball Reference like, I got to be missing some games. There had to be some first base there. And it's like, no, this is the first time in his life he's played first at the major league level. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is shocking. You're making these kind of moves for a guy who, wasn't on the big league team to start the year and was basically viewed as a quadruple A utility guy. And you're like, hey, if things go wrong, maybe he'll be the option after Bob will call up. And now you're leaning on him and kind of forcing him in the lineup at first base. For a team, once again, that's prioritizing defense in a lot of ways. That's another moment, like playing Connor Wong at first base or the David Hamilton at shortstop stuff, where you're willing to bend in certain ways for certain guys, but not others.
This is so useless to say, but I thought it was weird that he was wearing a 2004 Red Sox World Series champion shirt when he was warming up. I'm like, who are you, Romy Gonzalez, to be wearing a 04 Sox World Series champ shirt?
I like that.
I
like
don't want to
that
say I
better.
hated it. I more was just like, is he wearing a World Series champions shirt? This guy's like never played for us. What's going on?
That's fine. I like that. I mean, that's better than your buddy Marcus Stroman was wearing a 2004 Yankees like opening day T-shirt.
I know.
Like
He's got all the vintage shirts. He wears a new one like every day. He's got
yeah, but he was
shirts.
wearing a 2004 Yankee shirts. Like that's like wearing
that's
a
weird.
Probably gave it to him.
2007 Patriot shirt.
Yeah.
What?
Boone probably gave it to him. They fucking
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Fires
team.
up the boys, dude.
Yeah, he
04.
took it out of Boone's closet. Yeah.
It did just catch me off guard when Jemai was interviewing him. Like, he's wearing a World Series champions shirt. What is?
I like it.
Yeah.
Like if he
What
was
was it?
wearing like a, I don't know, like a 2011 Red Sox shirt, you'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
No, I didn't even hate it. I was more just like, oh, all right. I guess
Imagine
players can just wear like vintage shirts. I didn't really know
He's
on
got
the
one of
field
those-
that was a thing.
One of those knockoff gas station Carl Crawford Red Sox shirts.
It's a long
It's
one.
like, what the fuck? Is
Yeah, it's
that
my
Carl
favorite shirt.
Crawford?
Sorry, I've had
Yeah.
it forever.
Yeah, God loves it. Actually, I just went to my parents' house yesterday, and
What's up, Ellen?
South Ellen, they were clearing out like my childhood bedroom, so I went through like all like my Red Sox jerseys. Oh, there's some good ones in there. I'm gonna have to like. There's some shirts in there that like these now that like these thrift stores have like these vintage T-shirts that are going for like $200. I got some of those for sure. Like I have like the original like Yankees suck shirts and like what would Johnny Damon do and like the Jesus shirt. Like I have all that stuff.
And you want to give it away?
No.
I was about to say, if you're gonna, you should eBay it, if anything.
I mean, there's some that just like obviously don't fit me anymore because I'm a fucking brick
You're
shit
just
house
so
now.
Strong.
Yeah,
You got the
I
wine coolers one?
Probably. I worked there.
Do you have the Jorge Posada pisses on his hands one? That was my
Yeah.
personal favorite. That
Yeah,
was the
there was
best
that one. There was Bukaki Matsui was another one.
Jeter blows A-Rod. Classic.
Yeah,
That was
there
a good one.
was
Classic.
there was like
Classic thing to wear
You
on a
know when
shirt.
they made that, they're like, so got him.
Oh, man. Someone bought a yacht off those shirts.
yeah, there was a shirt, there was a T-shirt that they sold outside of Fenway, that said like "I boned Sheffield's wife," and there's a picture of a camcorder on it. Like what?
Is there like a story there, or is that just
No,
like,
I have no idea. It's just a mean shirt.
Yeah, that
Jeez.
there didn't have to be facts for like. I don't think
No.
Jeter ever blew A-Rod. If we can tell the truth here, yes, Tyler.
So
Tyler's
there is
like,
a story.
actually,
I have the story.
I got a video
There was
here.
a sex tape scandal involving R. Kelly and Gary Sheffield's wife.
Oh no!
What?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
November 17th, 2004 on MTV.com.
Oh, geez. I didn't know about that. I didn't know that there was a backstory there.
A Chicago man has been arrested for extortion after allegedly trying to get $20,000 from a sports agent by claiming to possess videotapes of Yankee slugger Gary Sheffield's wife having sex with the embattled singer.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, all right.
Red Sox lose 4-2.
I have found myself rooting for Chris Sale at this point. This was in the second inning.
Didn't this feel over by the second inning, by the way? 4-0.
the
Three
first
nothing.
one.
It was over. 3-0. It was over.
Yeah, 3-0, I think, was enough.
That it almost had nothing to do with Sale. Not to take away from Sale, who was really good tonight. I don't know if there's a pitcher in the world I would have picked the Red Sox to come back from 0-3 in the first against. Not a one.
I will say on the Pavetta front, so I have him giving up a homer on the cutter and the four-seamer to Ozuna and then a sweeper on the Arcia homer.
I mean, that first one definitely was not a four-seamer.
Let me look.
Just
Maybe I'm
watching
losing
it.
It was weird, though. Baseball Savant had a couple things. So they didn't register a single sweeper for Nick Pivetta tonight. They treated it only like a slider, which he had barely thrown to start
Right.
the year. There had only been a couple. So it might take a day for a lot of that to register, but this is just what I have in front of me.
Yeah, just watching it, it was like it felt not
I
like
thought-
12-6.
Exactly. That's what I thought the pitch was off the top of my head. I was like, it definitely wasn't like a slider. I felt like it just
No.
didn't move. It just dropped right into the
Right.
zone.
Next line says, that was the most ridiculous 4-3 putout I've ever seen. Can we please get a real first baseman for fuck's sake? That was in the second inning.
Is it fair to say the Red Sox probably win tonight if Bob was playing first?
Yes.
The tough part is that they didn't score.
Right, but
Well,
he would have been there.
Bob homered. Bob can homer.
Right.
Right,
We
and then he
wasted
just
that.
would have done that homer in Atlanta. Right, I didn't factor that in.
Bobby Dahlbeck. Bobby Dahlbeck.
What?
Tyler?
Nothing.
He's
I have
like very
nothing to
timidly putting up his finger. What?
I was just saying Bobby Dalbec, fun fact, is on a 0 homer pace in the big leagues this season.
Okay, but like that's not really relevant to the conversation.
So is Garrett Cooper for the Red Sox.
For the Red
Yeah,
Sox.
For the Red Sox.
He did homer for the Cubs, though. That is Major League
Right,
Baseball.
and they DFA'd
but
him
that's
because
not-
they don't like him. He's a bad person.
yeah.
All right, we're
Yeah,
not
they
going to
were
start
like-
attacking his character.
Yeah, they-
That is just unfair.
Terrible character.
There is
Yeah.
no need. We're going
They
to
said, we
lift
gotta
Bob
get
up.
this guy out of the fucking clubhouse.
Okay.
Gonna use
Why
the
were they
Jerry
playing-
technique. It's like we heard what he said in Chicago. We're not going to repeat it, but like
Yeah.
things were said.
He hit a home run, and they were like, ugh.
Yes.
I'm not trying to add to the Garrett Cooper slander, but they were playing the Caillou song every time he came up.
Yeah.
What is
I
that
don't know what
about?
that means.
Bald.
So we're just making fun of. You don't know what Caillou is, Jared?
No.
You
They
never
shouldn't.
watched
I
No,
don't-
none of us did.
Caillou. Jake, sing with me, please.
That's something he's not going to do.
Yeah, not singing it.
But you watched
Yeah.
Caillou, right?
Yeah, the bald kid.
Yeah, the bald kid who went through different life adventures and found these different things. We're calling a grown man Garrett Cooper Caillou. That's how we're trolling him. Can we have some respect?
It clearly rattled him because he was useless.
Useless.
He was robbed of extra bases tonight.
Flew out.
Dude,
Can of
without
corn.
Caillou, that's probably a homer.
Yeah. Next line here says, if Jarren Duran had to face only Chris Sale for the rest of his career, he would never get a hit.
I think he got one tonight, right?
He did, yeah. And it proved out wrong. We're skipping ahead, though, Steve.
Oh, that's fine. I don't jump ahead.
Yeah, this was after his second at bat. He struck out both times, and he was just waving at the slider.
Yeah.
So it became outdated.
Sale had to realize probably by the second inning, like, oh, they're going to swing at all of these. Like, these don't have to be anywhere near the strike zone.
Mhm.
They're going to look terrible. And he just
Yeah.
kept running that play, and it
Like,
worked.
these guys have never seen this.
It looks like they had never seen a slider before. It was like, oh my God, what is this?
In fairness,
Demonry?
he has one of the best sliders of all time.
No, true. That was the weird part to me. It was like, oh, right. This is what it feels like to root for the team that's facing that slider. That sucks.
Which is another reminder that now he's throwing the slider as much as he is. Dave Bush, who had some reason to keep focusing on the four-seamer, which is up half a tick this year anyways. The last couple years when it wasn't, he still was like, no, keep throwing the four-seamer as much as possible. That's the right idea. Don't. The slider, that's your second pitch. No, throw the fucking slider and you're going to dominate because it's Chris Sale's slider. It's one of the best we've ever seen. Shocker.
Next line here says Marcelo Ozuna is not a good person.
No,
Oh.
bad guy.
Home
Definitely
run,
bad guy.
5-0 Atlanta.
The Garrett Cooper of the
Third.
Braves, people are calling him.
Yeah.
No, stop this.
Yeah.
No, Ozuna's a genuine bad person.
He's
And
a
I don't like the way
genuine
terrible
Braves
person.
fans have tried to flip it. They're like,
Yeah.
we're going to own this. No, you don't have to do that.
No. Like, if it was just a few DUIs, I think I could look past it
Sure.
by now, but the domestic violence is, that you're
Right. That's
never
when
gonna
it stops
live that
becoming fun.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a confirmed terrible person.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
it's
the
like-
Euro step. I'm like, get out of here, you loser.
And it's
Like,
not
you're fine.
hearsay. Like, it was on camera.
No.
Yo,
it's
it
not.
for sure happened.
Like Chapman was hearsay, but it was all I needed to hear. And I was like, yeah, we're going to run with this. But Ozuna was on camera. It's like, yeah, no,
That's
I used
Ozuna
to be
from
a
the
fan.
Braves, right? That's who you're talking about.
Ozuna from the Braves. I wanted him on the Red Sox. Remember, like
Oh,
that
big
was like
time.
my
We all
offseason
did.
plan going into 18. I was like, trade for Ozuna and sign JD, and we're cooking with gas.
That wasn't exactly your plan.
I wanted Stanton.
Right.
I wanted Stanton alone, or I wanted JD and Ozuna together.
I think
But
we
but
all said, like,
Stanton
let's
was
wait
plan
to
A.
get JD and then we'll win a World Series. We said something like that.
Yeah, we were like, who cares about Ozuna and Stanton? We want JD.
Yeah, we want
Martinez.
JD during spring training and then we're going to win it all.
Yeah, we want to sign this dude in like late March, and
But
then
we want to offer him a contract in November, not budge $1, and have him accept it Valentine's Day.
Yeah, by the Final Four. And then we'll be off.
okay, boom.
What the hell is that?
What did you do, dude? How do you get hurt podcasting?
I can't
Tyler,
work.
again, dude, what is your desk, bro?
First of
Come
all, why
on.
do you need a drawer for your keyboard? You don't have
That's
a laptop? Like you have like a fucking like 1998 like HP.
It's a PC. Who isn't running a PC here? I'd like to know. Coley,
I'm not running a PC.
you're on a laptop?
Oh yeah.
Laptop
Steve, you're on a laptop too? Jake, please.
right now.
Jake, please.
Laptop, and I'm editing the pod. So.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm the only person with a PC here?
Yeah, you can literally see my laptop right here.
Yeah, cameras from a laptop.
Yeah, that's my other laptop right there.
Laptop.
This is the technology I'm working with.
Laptop.
Ours isn't falling apart every episode.
Yeah, that's also true.
My desk, I don't know what's... Continue the
Again.
podcast.
Next line here says Chris Sale is fist fucking the Red Sox, 8 strikeouts through 5 shut. I thought he was done. He wasn't.
No, because Grissom let off the 6th, right? He was definitely coming
Oh
up for
yeah,
that.
Yeah, he wanted to.
He was
wanted to shove
eyeing
it
him
right up there.
I
Yeah.
bet he was staring at him through the dugout. He's just like, "I'm coming for you next inning, buddy.
He's
I'm gonna
licking
make
his
you
chops.
feel this pain."
Mm. Chris Sale, 6 innings, 103 pitches, 69 strikes, 6 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. His first 10 strikeout game of the year. Got his ERA under 3. It's 2.95. Pivetta, his day was done at 4 innings, 58 pitches, 39 strikes, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, only 1 strikeout, gave up 3 bombs. His ERA is now up to 3.60. 3.60.
I'm
Which
getting
feels
sick
right.
of the Red Sox making a mistake or not getting out of an inning when they should, and then it just being a guarantee that a bomb's coming. Like that, the fact that we're not even at mid-May yet and that's already happened at least 3 or 4 times is infuriating.
Lou Merlone just tweeted, epic fail to have an entire road trip with Will Fleming and not be able to have a Clark's Catch-Up Series MVP. Hashtag bullshit.
It's true.
I'm
I
rusty
agree.
on the haikus.
Braves 5, Red Sox 0. They're 19 and 18 and in 3rd place. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Do you guys, with the lineup switching, because Cora came out today and was like, hey, Rafael Devers, we're taking him out of the 2 spot. Looks like he's going to be batting cleanup. I think it's going to be Wilyer Abreu versus righties in the 2 hole. You like it? You don't like it? Because Devers has done most of his damage in his career out of the 2 hole, and analytically, the 2 hole is where the best hitter is supposed to be.
Some beers can say that they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball. Beer and baseball, they just go together. And no beer goes better than the one that was literally born in a ballpark. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. And I can tell you what, it's about to be the natural choice for when I go see Ashanti tomorrow night.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Dating Nelly?
Ooh,
Yep.
I can't wait to get close to you.
What's like a good Ashanti song?
I think it's that one.
What is it? How's it go?
What's the one that starts like dun 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 dun? dun? What is that one?
What's this one? Oh, baby.
Only you?
Murder Inc. Yeah. What's this one? No, that's not it. What's this one?
Dude, only you. Only you?
I know this one. Come running back to you. Yeah, right? Yeah.
No, that was her.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this beat. Oh, I forgot about this. Murder Inc. Yeah. She definitely had other big hits. What were her other big hits?
Only
called?
you. It's the letter U. Can we do that?
What was that on her debut album or no? When was
I don't
that?
think so. I
What
think it
album?
was later.
What album are we talking? Chapter 3? She's
I
got a
for
lot
sure
of
can't.
albums.
I for sure can't name Ashanti albums.
Can you just
Oh,
type
this-
in only you? Letter U, please.
Only you is definitely one of her
Oh,
songs,
dude.
yeah.
This beat. I love this beat.
Yeah.
Featuring Method Man,
Sounds
I
like a
believe.
Yeezus.
Method Man on this track?
I believe he's
Oh.
I can't wait to get next to you.
I'll call you when that song comes on. I'll FaceTime you.
All right, thanks.
From its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that's one of a kind? Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience that is perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale. It's a one-of-a-kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. You know what tonight? You know why tonight sucked so much? It wasn't for me that it was Chris Sale going 6-shut with 10 strikeouts. It was more just like a knock you down several pegs. Like, hey, this is a reminder of what the Red Sox look like against good teams, and not necessarily like, it's not just that it was a good team. This was a good team that was struggling, and they just very easily just flicked you away like you were a fly. That's why it was so. It took a lot of wind out of my sails because it was just no pun intended.
Oh, look at that.
You know what I mean,
folks?
Heyo.
Stats traded out the numbers too. Against teams 500 or better, you're 7-15. Below 500, 12-3.
12-3.
Jeez, I didn't know it was that eye-opening. Yikes.
Christ almighty.
Sticking with stats here, 2 or fewer runs scored in 14 of the 37 games. It's 38%. See, here's the thing, though, real quick. I might whisper this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We credit Red Sox stats on this show. That's all I'm going to say.
Boom sauce.
That's it. These last 2 series, it's been so noticeable that Tristan Casas is not on this team right now. Like, it sucks.
I mean, it's been noticeable that Trevor Story has been on this team. It's been noticeable.
But Casas is like, when that injury happened, and I think we all felt the same way, it's like, it almost felt like it counted for multiple injuries. Like, this is going to be worth like 2 players being gone for 3 months, whatever.
You probably mentally built in Story getting hurt pretty much.
No doubt.
Whereas Casas is like, he's a brick shithouse, and you're like, well, he's too strong to get hurt.
No, it's that, and like with Trevor Story, you're like, oh, I hope he's a league average bat or a little better. With Tristan Casas, like everyone preseason prediction was like, oh, Tristan Casas is going to be like a top 10, top 15 hitter in the sport at this point. He's about to take that leap, and that's what we saw. It was like those first couple weeks, it was a 138 OPS plus. He was becoming that second half Tristan Casas over the course of 162. And this is what happens when Rob Refsnyder, like, he didn't play in this series, he's hurt. He's not going to hit like he has this entire time. Tyler O'Neill comes back down to earth. Like, what is it going to look like? Even Wilyer Abreu, you can't expect the guy to be dominating everybody. It's still his rookie season. When they play closer to, their average level, Connor Wong, who still had a couple hits today, a lot of those guys you can't bank to be what they were during that hot streak for the Red Sox where the bats got going. That's going to be their biggest issue, is the consistency.
If you could add Story or Casas back, guaranteed to have him the rest of the season, who would you add?
Casas.
It's Casas so fast.
Because
of what Rafael has done at short.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and also what Duran's done in center.
91st percentile outs above average. No one thought this guy could play center field, at a well above
Mostly
average
the
rate.
Red Sox.
Yes, and he's elite.
The team that employs him didn't think so.
Seriously, which is like not the best look for them, but to be only trailing Dalton Varsho for defensive run saved, a guy in Dalton Varsho whose only worth at this point is his defensive ability, that's crazy to look at Jarren Duran and become that. And you start looking at how he fits in. You now have 2 guys who profile as elite defensive center fielders, possibly. And there's a lot of time left. It's early in the season. Defensive metrics are weird. That's a wild thing to have under, just in terms of assets if teams start calling or whatever it may be.
This guy
will wait.
No.
Still above 500. Still in
the
third
winning
place.
record Sox. They've had a
We're
sub 500 record for one day all year, Tyler.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not trying to sell anyone off.
You
just
are.
did.
You literally cannot wait to wheel and deal with this roster.
You just did.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is teams are going
Who's
to be
the
like,
first
oh,
guy you would move? Who's the first guy?
Yeah,
you would
who's
move,
gone?
Tyler?
Who are we moving
Yeah.
this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm not ready to move
Or should
anyone.
we
It's
just
too early.
ask like who stays? Is that easier?
Probably.
I need
After
more
all the
time.
bloodshed. Yeah.
Yeah. Who you keeping? Who's gonna be the Will Smith of this team?
I need more time. I need to evaluate what Willier and Jaron look like. But yeah, Tyler O'Neill is probably going to be the name because if you were even near 500, yeah, I'm probably moving him. I'm not
There he
thinking
goes.
twice about it. Because they're not going to want to extend him because of the injury concerns. They're not going to pay him because they have outfielders coming.
And the not hitting when it matters. I would probably put that up there. As a
Yeah,
reason
the
to not pay him
181
too.
with Rispy's not great.
And the K percentage sitting around 30 usually doesn't age too well. And the defensive metrics, surprisingly, have not been very good for O'Neill. But the eye test, he's looked good. So I'm not going to read too much into it.
The
but
eye test. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Just go to
Jerry,
eye test
I got
dot
a a new stat, by the way. Just
What
want
is
to
it
let you
called?
know. It's called CAR. It's Casas above replacement, and I think it's at
okay.
like 2.3 right now. He's missed
com.
15
That's
games.
pretty good though.
They've lost 6 of those games by 3 runs or less.
Okay.
I think 3 or 4 of those by 2 runs or less.
Mm-hmm.
My CAR is at 2.3 right now.
What about your Bob?
My Bob is
Plus
I
2.
think it's at like 5.3.
That's good.
Mhm.
I wish I was happier.
There's nothing to be happy about. I mean, I love that the 10 is back.
Nothing.
Was not pumped to do this one. No chance.
Yeah. This is probably the least excited I've been to do the 10 in years.
We do have some DMs though.
We do?
Mhm.
Would you like to do the last read, Steve? I mean, we have I'm going to talk about game time in a little bit, but do you want to do the last one?
Of course.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, you're a good read guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to do it right now, obviously.
Okay, good. Yeah. Let me
Yeah, not
let me
right
get
now.
acquainted here.
Yeah. Do you guys feel the same way though? I mean, obviously the stat about playing good teams, it reflects how I feel for sure. Just the Red Sox against good teams, it's not a good scene.
So at 7, they're 7-15 basically. If they're playing a 3-game set, they're getting 1 out of 3 sometimes.
Maybe, yeah, they're getting mollywopped as we call it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good. I mean, the problem is it's
But
still
they're
better
beating
than
the
last
bag
year.
out of those bad teams,
Right,
though,
they
brother.
weren't doing that last year.
Mhm.
So-
If you're a bad team and you're going to face the Sox, you're going to get pummeled.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Like,
Kind of
let's
wish the
see.
Nats were worse. Not jumping ahead here, but they're not that bad.
The Nats are pretty damn good. I don't know. Did they? What was the final tonight? Because Craig
game
Kimbrell
kept
melted
going.
down again. The Orioles are winning 5-3. The Nats came back and tied it in the 11th.
Orioles
5-5.
won in 12.
Okay,
Orioles
so
won
the
12,
O's,
yeah.
the O's battled. They battled. Last year, let's see. Wow, the Red Sox were actually what? The Red Sox were fucking 21-14. Like it. Last year sucked, and the Red Sox
Yeah.
were much better. Yeah, the Red Sox, when they got their 19th win, they were 19-14, and they won their next 2. That was when they swept the Phillies. Or no, they didn't sweep the Phillies. They won the first 2.
yeah.
That was the Sale versus Bryce Harper game, and yeah. So yeah, they got to 21-14 last year. Red Sox are 19-8. Doesn't feel like this year's team is better than last year's team. That's not true.
The things that are like the pitching's way better than lineup.
That's what's making us confused.
Like the lineup. I said it all offseason. Everyone just kept yelling at me. We needed more pitching. They just
Yeah.
let Justin Turner walk, which I'm fine with. But they didn't do anything to replace his production from last year. Like nothing.
Yeah.
They did literally 0 things to replace it.
Yeah. So the Red Sox right now are 1 game
Bless you.
over 500.
Thank you.
They're off today, which is May 9th. So they will go into May 10th, 1 game over 500. The Red Sox last year finished the month of May 1 game over 500 at 28-27.
Okay.
So they got there.
Yeah, at that time, it was like you had the defensive concerns, don't get me wrong, but we were getting off. James Paxton was just coming back, right? Chris Sale, that month of May was kind of what really had opened your eyes at that time and kind of got you going. Garrett Whitlock was out at that time, so there wasn't really anything on him. Cutter Crawford hadn't been put in the rotation yet. But yeah, it was a lot of that. It was James Paxton and Chris Sale, and you were kind of dreaming and hoping they'd carry you a little bit. And like Coley said, like, people really do forget what the Red Sox lineup was a year ago with all those pieces in here. Like, they finished the year like 16th in offense in terms of WRC plus, but that was with September where they didn't hit at all, where they were basically not a real baseball team for an entire month. So not to have that above average offense anymore, I think even in terms of runs, they were 11th in runs scored with that last month they played. I have a hard time believing you're going to get back to that spot this year. Now, maybe you get Tristan Casas those last couple months and that changes that. But right now, guys are coming back down to earth. I think that's why Cora didn't hesitate to call them out today.
T-Dog, gun to your head. What does this team finish with? How many wins right now from this point? 19 and 18.
I feel pretty good with my prediction. I'll stick with 79. 79 wins. I think they're going to get to the trade deadline.
A losing record.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up moving more pieces than they keep come the deadline.
He can't wait to talk about it.
I do. Because
this dude has been talking about the deadline since fucking Valentine's Day.
When you fired the guy the year before, right? Mm-hmm. And you told him to kick
he wasn't
rocks.
aggressive enough. So Breslau is going to be like, oh, the last guy got fired for not being aggressive at the trade deadline. So I'm going to trade everyone. Devers, Bayo.
I wouldn't go that far. I also do have some concerns as well as the pitching has looked. You know, Garrett Whitlock's maybe a different conversation now because he's ended up, missing about a month. But what are the workloads for someone like Tanner Houck going to look like by the end of the year? Cutter, who we're talking going 6 innings already as many times as he did a year ago, an entire season. Like, if that catches up and the pitching regresses whatsoever, you're in serious trouble.
So let me ask you this, Tyler. When you're on 98.5 The Sports Hub and you're talking baseball with Zolak and Bertrand, and those two guys, I can't remember the last time that either one of them had a positive take about the Red Sox. So you have to be the positive guy on that show. You're the doom and gloom guy on this show.
I don't think so. I did not have the worst record
you
prediction.
Are the Grim Reaper of Section 10.
How?
We were literally blaring the positivity horn last episode, and you were like, yeah, insane. Anyways, so can't wait to trade all these players.
No, I said Chris Martin was potentially going on the IL, which was the report at the time.
Which was just
pitched tonight, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. That was the best fucking inning I've ever seen.
He looked good. That's the Chris Martin I like to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think 79 wins. Have you guys moved off your win totals in a major way?
I don't even remember what I said.
You had him, Jared, I think 78, or Steve had him at 78.
I think I had him at 78.
Oh, no, Jared, you had him at 80.
Yeah, I was going to say,
83 and 79 right now.
Somewhere in the 80s. I was going to say 84, but 80.
83 is the pace right now.
83 is the pace. Just win 83.
Yeah. Well, they probably need to win 86. But
yeah, if I'd be the first person to tell you, if they had stayed fully healthy, do I think they would have got probably closer to 85, 86? Yeah, I do. If Tristan Casas was still in this lineup, but could they do better than 79 wins? I think so. Do I think they're going to do dramatically different to change what the outlook will be around the trade deadline? Probably not.
So, Steve, one thing that you missed during the name redacted era is that Tyler asks himself questions.
Oh yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's the T-Dog way.
Well, that's and this is not that's a radio thing, right? That's kind of
that's a Tyler thing. He just loves it. He's curious. He's asking.
Do I
questions,
think this? No. Will it happen? Maybe.
Yeah, he's got questions, but he's got answers too. He can do it both.
He comes with questions and answers.
If the Celtics win the title, but they win every game by 25, wouldn't that fucking suck? That's the radio. That's the radio thing.
Wouldn't that fucking suck?
Wouldn't that be just the fucking worst if they were historically the most dominant team in NBA history? Wouldn't you just slit your wrists the long way if that happened? Wouldn't you just drown in a pool of your own blood, gargling out how much you hate the Lord for bestowing this upon you? This pox from the heavens above. 98.5, callers, the lines are lit up.
It's going to be parade day, and I'm going to say this team sucks. This team blows.
Yep. Well, we're here to guide you through this season in which Tyler thinks we are on collision course with a fire sale.
Much like Kurt Cobain, when you grab a shotgun, stick it in your own mouth, and splatter your brains across the wall. If the Celtics won 16 out of 17 playoff games by an average score of 150 to 70, wouldn't you just want to die?
617-779-0985. Light them up.
People are calling in. No, I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't hate that, Tony.
I wouldn't do it. I want that, Tony. That's good.
Man.
Shout out to my team at 98.5 The Sports Hub. Great guys.
Yeah. I almost grabbed the phone today because I didn't realize that was Maz's take. And then I'm sitting back there. Kevin's on the phone. And some dude called in to like start disparaging the 2004 Red Sox. And I was like, why are people calling? I was like, give me the phone. I was like, why is this guy calling in to talk about the 04 Sox? Yeah, it was a wild day of
it was Romy Gonzalez, who's like in another thing.
Yeah. If Romy was on that team, we don't go down 3-0.
Clean sweep. No problem.
Yeah. I mean, that team basically swept everyone. They won 3 straight against the Angels. They won 4 straight against the Yankees. And they won 4 straight against the Cardinals. Like that. Like, when's the last time that a team ran the table to a World Series title? Like, that should count.
Yeah, minus the 4 or the 3 losses to the Yankees. Clean sweep.
They ran the table, basically.
I love that almost as much as I love Magic Spoon.
Well, I would love to hear more about that, but I gotta tell you about Game Time, Steve.
You tell me,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah.
Why don't you pour yourself a bowl and listen to this Game Time?
Okay,
you pour the bowl. Let's talk Game Time for a second, because Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace for Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer that it gets the first pitch, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Jake, you're going to the game on Friday?
I'm going to wait till Friday to buy the tickets because that's Game Time's wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll probably get a better deal if you wait closer to the game. Jake's going to go see the Bees on Friday. Are you going to go? What's your plan for Friday, Steve? Are you going to Fenway or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going if you're going.
I don't know if I'm going. Like I told you,
I'm not going.
All right, yeah, because I wanted to go to see Matty Backpacks, but he got DFA'd. So like, if he's not going to be there, I really don't know that I want to go. I would rather at this point, I would rather be able to watch the Bruins and the Red Sox than like go to the Red Sox.
All right.
Yeah. We'll go to another game because the Game Time app, they have us covered. So we'll be able to pick a game and we'll be able to go. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts like Ashanti, comedy, theater, and more. Save even more with the exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. Toggling this feature shows the total upfront with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is also covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app right now. Create an account. Use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION, the number 10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. What was it? The promo code that we had that was like, use promo code section 70 or whatever it was.
Section 14.
Yeah.
For like 14% off. I'm like, who the hell came up with
I think it was 14 free meals, if I remember correctly. And I was still just like, not sure if this is the right.
Coley would do the read and he would sigh before he'd be like, use the promo code section 14.
It's crazy because they could have saved so many meals too if they just used our name.
Yeah.
Would have got the same amount of signups.
Yeah.
Same signups, like, less meals.
Promo code doesn't work. I'm putting in section 10. It's like, actually, it's section 14.
Yeah, you morons. What?
You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Jerry, that reminds me of how much I love Magic Spoon
Yeah, you do.
cereal.
Yeah, you do. I actually got 4 boxes sent to my house. I'm very excited about that.
Right to my house.
Right to the house. Everyone here is very excited to try it out. I have a personal favorite myself. It's obviously the peanut butter, which you know what we love here. We love us some Reese's, so it's kind of like a little similar.
Yeah, Jerry, my New Year's resolution was to cut some LBs, and Magic Spoon makes that easier and more delicious than ever. Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but as I got older, I had to watch out for sugar and empty cards, also known as carbs, Jerry. Magic Spoon, empty cards. Well, empty card packs, if you're like, oh, there should be more cards in here. So cards and carbs. Yeah. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but high protein and less sugar. The variety pack is awesome. Jerry mentioned the peanut butter. It also has cocoa, fruity, and frosted. This pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, not cards. Only 140 calories a serving. It's high protein, 0 grams of sugar, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. My favorite flavor is cocoa. I love it. It is mighty delicious.
You're a cocoa guy.
I'm a cocoa guy. I love it. It's really good. You should try it yourself. So make sure you go to magicspoon.com/section10 to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code section10 at checkout to save $5 off your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, Jared. It's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. How awesome is that?
I love that.
Guaranteed happiness. That is not the Boston Red Sox, but it is Magic Spoon. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
Yes, thank you so much. 100% guaranteed happiness
that's awesome.
Not something the Red Sox are able to do. Yeah,
nope.
I agree.
No, or those asshole Celtics who just won't stop bludgeoning their opponents into the ground.
They're guaranteed anger. I am sick of these blowouts. It's pissed. Really annoying. Yeah.
Pissed at the C's.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Well. Call it.
Yeah.
I hate those Celtics.
Down to the bitch!
It goes down in the DM. It go down. It go down in the DM. It go down. It go down.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
You'll fix it. You'll fix it. Down in the DM. As always, brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. They clean your fucking face. First one comes in from Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hits with runners in scoring position. Can we get some? ?
No.
Elizabeth, I'll be honest. Feels like a tall task. Feels like a large ask. Feels like one of those. You know when you always like get like someone that you don't often hear from, and they're like, "Hey," and you know like a favor's coming, and you're just like, "Oh God." That's how the Red Sox feel when they're up with runners in scoring position.
Yeah,
it's just a favor that they just are like, "Oh, I'm not doing this."
Pass.
It's just a bloop, just anything, anything. Nah, not doing it.
Nah.
Strike out and you'll like it.
Yeah. This comes in from Keelan.
Sorry,
Keelan.
How do you spell that?
Keelin.
Hey, Keelan.
Hey, guys. Absolutely love the pod from Ireland.
Oh, Keelan.
No.
Jared, air is clean and the grass is green in Ireland.
Yeah. I learned all about it with you and your fucking family.
Question, are there plans to do a live show anytime soon? Thank you, guys. Jared, live show soon?
Jake?
Yeah, we'll have one.
Yeah, we're going to do one. Where do you want to do it?
Ireland?
Let's do a live show in Ireland.
That would actually be awesome.
Yeah, I bet you would like that.
I would love it.
Conor
Comes
McGregor
in from Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey guys, Jacob here. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Definitely not.
No, Jacob, come on.
In his defense, this was before the finale, so he might have thought we were getting a split.
Jacob. Okay.
Genuine. This is funny. Genuine question, but is Tyler for real on some of these suspensions, i.e., haikus during suspension music, telling Jared to shut up, etc.? The list is long. Super curious, but have a good one, guys. Keep up the good work. So, Tyler, what's the deal?
I'm sick in the head. There's really no other way.
How often when you've gotten a suspension has it been intentional? Like you're trying to get tossed?
Only the Bob ones. Those are the only ones where I truthfully was aiming to get the boot. Everything else has been like, listen, me confusing the music. There's no way to even think of something like that because we had no plan going into the podcast.
Well, I knew that one was genuine. I knew that one was genuine.
That's just
like
my shortcomings.
That's just T-Dog being T-Dog, baby.
But yeah, Bob, for sure. That leads to suspensions from time to time.
Yeah.
This is from El Gran Dictador.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying that.
My dog's name is Fenway, and she just recently turned 4 years old. Can I get a birthday shout-out for her? By the way, bring Ronald's napkins back. We did, and definitely, happy birthday. This is the dog.
Oh, that's a real nice dog.
Happy birthday to... Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Don't show that dog to T-Dog.
That's some good material right there.
Yeah.
Send that to me, Steve.
I'm not sending that over.
Send it right now.
Thing to keep on breathing.
Protect the dogs.
This comes in from Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Down in the DM submission, any updates on submarine building? How is it going so far?
So yeah, there is an update there. I met with the folks at buildsubmarines.com and we have some plans to build submarines with buildsubmarines.com. Like we're doing it. They want all of us to go to a facility. I don't even know if we're allowed to say where it is. Like it's the fucking Navy, dude.
Right.
Like, these
you keep calling
people,
them the folks over at the Navy, the military.
The Navy. It's the literal goddamn Navy.
We're joining the battle.
And yeah, like we are going to participate in building these reens. And I mean, they're totally awesome. They love us talking about the initiative, and they're excited to get us involved, and I'm excited to be involved. So it's happening. We are building submarines. I hope you know that.
Comes in from Dalton.
Hey, Dalton.
Hello, fellas, and Tyler. Wait, what does that mean?
Thank you.
Wow.
Dalton, that was it.
Dalton, really? Really,
Boom
Dalton?
sauce.
Yeah, that was what we call balls and strikes here. That was boom sauce.
That was kind of uncalled for.
I
had a follow-up question posed by Steve from the first episode of the reboot. Sox? Tough time to be asking Sox.
Yeah, I'm still a no for me, unfortunately.
It's a no. It's a lighter no, but it's still a no. After that series, after the Twin series, it's still a no right now.
Yeah, it's a hard no.
It's a no.
Right now. It's a no across the board. Jake?
Yeah, I'm all set for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
yes.
yes. It's a good way to put it.
For now, yeah. It could change.
This is more of a question for the non-Jareds and really Tyler too. Have the Red Sox been on screen 1 for you these past couple of nights, or are they screen 2?
They're always
one.
screen 1 for me.
I know. That's why I put you and Jared in a different box.
They're one. Nights like tonight are a little different because Elaine's here and she works for the team. So
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we do toggle it a little bit, but yeah, they're still screen 1. But tonight was a question. I will say that tonight was a question of who gets the main screen. Coming off of game 1, coming off the Twin series, it was like, all right, who gets?
But
who
it's
gets
sale.
main screen?
Like it was sale. Like,
and that's why
tonight
it was
felt
main screen
special.
Sox. Yeah.
I mean, by the 6th inning, Knicks Pacers was screen 1 for me. Because both teams just were like, we're all set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Comes in from Justin.
Hey, Justin.
I would like to request no more recycled titties out of Tyler. I would like fresh titties with each triple. Thank you.
I told you. I mean, I asked for it. Coley asked for it. The people want new titties. Updated titties.
I have a proposal.
What is it?
It feels wrong to, just randomly take my shirt off if I'm somewhere. What happens for the photo shoot tomorrow? We get some pictures done with the titties.
Where the fuck do you go?
It's just weird to be like, hey, Martha, can you take a picture of my chest, please?
Why? That's like...
Yeah, I feel like couples do that.
Yeah, you're her bear. Rawr. Yeah, she would like that.
I don't know. I think they need to be held for special moments. If you do it all the time, it's not special anymore. Yes. They're sacred titties.
It's only for
Tyler
triples.
didn't just throw up. He didn't just throw out a terrible idea, by the way. We can get
professional photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of Fenway?
Yeah.
We could get some Tyler tit pics tomorrow and then just spread them out.
I will walk around wherever you want shirtless.
All right.
What's it going to be, 58 tomorrow?
Yeah, not bad, Cloudy.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll save that one.
What is it?
It's the main question of the week.
Yeah, let's go last.
You do a couple before that. Do Bobby and this comes in from James. My bad.
Hey, James. James, hello.
Jumbo.
Do Bobby and Valdez get a joint statue in Worcester or individual statues?
Valdez has a long way to go before he gets the Bob status in Worcester.
I think they have the same number of homers already.
Yeah, just
I
this.
think Valdez has more, honestly.
Maybe. It's got a long
Comes in
way
from
to go.
Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Hey guys, is there a better place on earth than Fenway Park? I say no. Should we get rid of all the other places? Please discuss.
Not until the Red Sox start playing better at Fenway
This
Park.
is the most Coley-ass question of all time.
Should we get rid of the places? See, I typically would agree, but then you got to consider they'll be using Fenway for so many things because there'd be no other places. You understand? There'd only be the one place. So, ergo, many other events would have to take place there. And it's on a mosh, and it's going to sink into the ground if that many people are constantly descending upon Fenway Park. So love where your head's at, but let's keep it special. Let's keep it more rare than having it be the thing for everything.
Yeah, like imagine if you had to get a colonoscopy at Fenway.
I mean, the Bruins would have to play there tonight. You know what I mean? So Knicks
Yeah.
Pacers would have been there tonight.
Yeah, true.
Ugh,
The Super
That would've
Bowl
been
at
tough.
Fenway would be cool, though.
Definitely sick.
Yeah.
could do it. It can be a football field. This comes in from Landon.
Hey, Landon.
Down in the DMs, huge fan of the pod. I don't know if I could make it through this season without OG Section 10 being back. My question is, can you still be considered a 162 guy if you have to listen or watch the play-by-play instead of directly watching all the games? I claim to be a 162 guy, but sometimes it's just not possible for me to watch all the games. I do have to listen to some of them. Thanks, guys. Go Sox.
Yeah, that counts.
That
Yeah,
counts.
Absolutely.
I
Counts
definitely.
more
Definitely.
so.
I think that definitely counts.
It counts
Stop
more.
it. You hypocrites, all of you.
That's not
All of you are
hypocritical.
hypocrites.
What?
This is what I
It's
did
not.
at the Nicki Minaj
No,
concert.
it is not.
You
You're
didn't
watching
listen to the
Gamecast
game at a
sometimes.
concert.
Your boy was in the bathroom trying to listen to audio, and I was
Trying,
following the
failing,
play-by-play.
trying,
listening.
failing.
No.
They were
Play-by-play.
pissing so loud next to me, I couldn't hear shit.
You weren't locked in. Like I talked about going on a date last April or May to like an indoor like mini golf place, and I had an earpiece in listening to the game. Like that's 162 guy shit. Like you went to Nicki Minaj and you were like checking in sporadically. Like that's
Oh, sporadically. I was live tweeting the game still.
Yeah, you're probably getting fed lines.
You think I got someone to feed me lines?
Yes.
I think it's more dedication if you've got Castigs on the horn, like north of 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
And
Baseball.
hey, credit to Nesson. They made you listen to the game on the radio this series.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice.
All right.
Baseball converts radio to TV better than I think any other sport. Like you can definitely follow baseball on radio cleaner than any other sport.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. I'm excited for some drives down to the Cape. Get Castigs, Will on there. Those are some of my favorite times.
Are you gonna
listening to
take
those
me?
guys.
You gonna take me?
Yeah, of course.
Where do you go?
Family's got a place in Chatham.
Ooh.
Chatham A's.
The Anglers now, but yeah.
Where do you- fucking Chatham. Well, the Anglers. It begins with an A. It's
Definitely
Chatham A's. Mm-hmm.
Credit to them for doing that because then their logo, it's still,
Still
like
the same.
A with the S. Yep.
Chatham A's. Freddie Prinze Jr. Jessica Biel.
Summer catch, dude.
Yeah.
This comes in from TD.
ATD.
Hey, Jared and gang. I'm a concessions manager at Fenway and was wondering if the fellas had a favorite item at the park and if there were any suggestions for new items. I would love to have you guys come down to the ballpark and try some food out for a tasting. I know it's a strong ask, but we've had some local influencers and media personalities in this season. Would love to hear if that's a possibility.
At
Yes.
Fenway?
Yeah. Strong
Yeah.
ask. It's like, what, to eat stuff at Fenway? No, that's not a strong
Yeah.
ask. I would love to do that.
Yeah. I would love to try your M&Ms.
Every game, you're like, let me test out those
Yeah.
peanut M&Ms. I've never
Yeah.
had those before.
Yeah. Like if you guys
These
got
made
peanut
in-house.
M&Ms.
Where do you,
Yeah.
where do you source these?
the cheese pizza?
Yeah. I would love to try out your peanut M&Ms if you got them. I'll see what the quality is all about. I'll report back. I'll make a video, put it on the YouTube channel. We'll talk about it on the podcast.
I mean, that is
You know,
a funnier video. All due respect to this very nice ask. This
A delightful ask. This is not
Yeah,
a
this is
strong
delightful.
ask at all. This is a great ask.
I feel like we're not helping so far.
no.
What do you want to eat at Fenway that they don't have? Like, I
Dude.
guess the chicken fingers, I'll say this. The chicken fingers there are fucking deplorable.
They're bad.
They tried to change them, I believe, in 2021, and they kind of got worse. I haven't tried them this year. But like, put it this way. Whoever, and I hate to say this, whoever is the chicken finger guy at Yankee Stadium, that's the gold standard. Yankee Stadium has the best. It's called the Grub Tub. They have
The tub was
chicken
good.
fingers, fries, big ass soda.
They don't have honey
Um,
mustard. Just want to mention.
At Yankee Stadium?
Nope, they only have barbecue.
Okay. I don't care. I don't really use condiments.
Ketchup.
And
Besides Clark's.
Wait, you do ketchup with Fangies?
Yes, of course.
Clark's.
Oh, Clark's, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I will say the foot long hot dog. I was very against, larger size hot dogs than the typical size, and now I'm very into the longer ones. So I will be down to continue to fight that.
So Aramark is also Yankee Stadium. So we could theoretically get those
Tell them
chicken
that recipe.
tenders. Yeah, it seems like an easy switch if it's coming from the same place.
Yeah. All right. As a chicken finger connoisseur, please take my word for it. Whatever they're doing with the chicken fingers at Yankee Stadium, please do it at Fenway Park. Like, if they did, I would be at Fenway this weekend. I'd be mowing down. Like, they are the chicken fingers at Yankee Stadium, and maybe this is blasphemy, maybe it's not, are better than the chicken fingers at Friendly's when Friendly's was in their prime.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
whoa,
Hey. I'm qualified to say that.
That's bold.
I
I'm
am
qualified.
too, and that's kind of nuts. I think
Nope.
that's.
What were the chicken
Nope,
on a
and-
stick called?
I didn't do those, but
Huh?
the Friendly's tendies. That honey mustard was a 1 seed. That was
The
incredible.
Friendly's chicken fingers are the GOAT. Were the GOAT. I went to a Friendly's last summer, and like it's just sad. It's kind of like, it's like when you see someone age
It's
that
like
used to
a
be
It's
very
the old dog
attractive.
that needs to get put down, kind of.
It's a-
100%. Like it, like the Friendly's chicken fingers from my childhood now only exist in my mind, and the closest thing that has come to that is the chicken fingers at Yankee Stadium.
They have no business being that good. They're really good.
So
and I
good.
hate admitting it, but we
So
keep
good.
it honest here. The thing
Yeah.
that sucks with Fenway is they tried a test kitchen out, I believe, in the 2022 season. And then they stopped doing it. They had chicken quesadillas that were delicious.
Ooh, I love a chicken quesadilla.
And they just stopped. They stopped doing it. Bring the test kitchen back.
What else?
TD, if you have anything to do with that, bring the test kitchen back.
What else would I want? Like, they don't have like there's steak tips outside. I like supporting
Maybe like
the
a steak
local
and
biz, but-
cheese, like a little cheesesteak action.
Yeah,
I think
a
they
little
have
cheesesteak would
one.
be
I think it's
nice.
bad.
Do they?
I feel like I've had one
Cheesesteak?
there in my life. I don't know if they still have one.
Yeah, they used to have Hilltop.
That was
So
a long time
that's-
ago, wasn't it?
Buddy, when sitting in section 10 back in the day, I think the last time I remember it was probably like 06, maybe the latest, but I know it was there in 04.
Okay.
To go up the entryway to get to section 10, to get to my seats, on the left, Hilltop. On the right, actually, no, excuse me. On the left, Papa Gino's.
Yeah.
On the
Geno's.
right, Hilltop. Field goal, section 10. There will never be a better 1-2 punch anywhere than fucking Papa Gino's right here, Hilltop Steakhouse right here. Boom.
Dude, getting a small Papa Gino's pie at the Sox. Oof. It
Buddy.
was good. Nothing against Sal's because I still think they're solid, but
So when I go to the Garden, my favorite pizza is Sal's, but it's got to be the big,
Yeah, the
like,
long boy.
3 foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
I'll
were
eat
doing
the
those.
shit out of that.
I didn't know they were doing those until I went to that Bruins game earlier this year.
Oh.
And boy, oh boy,
Oh.
did I roll up one of those and eat a pizza burrito real quick.
When I walk into the Garden, first thing I'm doing is where's the closest Sal's, because I'm eating that 2 foot long slice of pizza. I'll get 2 of those. One time I even dropped both of them, and I went back and I was like, I fucking dropped them. He's like, you know what? It's on the house. And they gave me 2.
love that.
Yeah.
I like the
Shout out to
tendies there.
Sal's.
The Garden's got good tendies. Well, compared to Fenway, which
Mm.
obviously is a low
Yeah,
bar.
compared to
Is it-
Fenway, but they're still subpar.
There's a
Yeah.
way to fix this, though. Now, a lot of people have been getting Chick-fil-A's. The Falcons have one in their stadium now. Why can't we get a 99 at Fenway Park?
Where did I just get a Chick-fil-A at a ballpark? Was it Seattle? It's wherever Chick-fil-A is like
Atlanta.
Based
Atlanta's
on. Oh, it was
thing,
Atlanta.
yeah.
It was Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Sounds
can't
like
get
Atlanta.
Chick-fil-A here. Don't need it. But give me 99, and that solves the chicken tender issue at the same time with more options.
What do you mean we can't get Chick-fil-A here? What do you?
Why can't we get Chick-fil-A here?
It just seems
here.
it seems above what they want to do. 99's a local
No.
business. I think it's more important to play into that. Than
Oh, hey,
Chick-fil-A.
if we're talking tendies and they had 99 tendies, I would not complain. That would be great.
Yeah.
Is there
We're going
a
to a Red
single
Sox team, you like
Chick-fil-A
the
within
99.
the city boundaries yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Woburn?
What did you say?
Right?
There's a Chick-fil-A on Boylston, I think.
There's a Chick-fil-A right down the street. Yeah, it's like right near the finish line.
Gotcha.
Marathon finish
Okay.
line. Yeah.
I mean, they were genuinely banned from the city until like 5 years ago.
Well, they've invaded.
Last one comes in from Gavin.
Hey, Gavin.
It is the main question of the week. I just learned some rumors that the Red Sox might trade Mookie Betts. Are you guys able to confirm or deny this?
Boom sauce.
Learn Connor Wong, buddy.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
That's what we have.
Yeah. Talking pizza and tendies brought my spirits back up. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that
got
was
catapulted.
unbelievable.
I know.
Why did you save that? Why didn't you save it for never? For like, we just didn't get a main question of the week this week.
Hey, he wants to know because he obviously doesn't know yet. But yeah,
He's gonna be crushed.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. They
He's gonna be
traded him.
devastated.
That'll do it for Down in the DMs.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Stop and Shop look ahead. Brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. Use the promo code Section10, and that'll get you 10 cents off each tangerine if you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop using the promo code Section10. We are off today. If you're listening to this on Thursday, it's Ashanti Day. This weekend, though, the Nats are coming
Like
to
that's
town.
celebrated across the country. Like obviously it's Ashanti Day.
Ashanti Day.
Schools shut down coast to coast.
For Ashanti.
Yeah. Ashanti Day in Boston. It's like
The
Patriots
schedule
Day.
makers
It's all-
before the season were like, May 9th. How are people even going to get to the stadium with the flooding in the streets of people?
Ashanti Day. Celebrate loud and proud at the Lynn Auditorium.
I was going to say,
Yeah, where is she?
She's in Lynn.
She's in Lynn. She's playing in Lynn.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Oh, I just thought it was in the city because they shut down Boston. They must have messed that up.
They shut down Boston to get the flow of traffic going to Lynn.
Okay.
well, they knew she would land in Boston and then drive
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Lynn.
yeah.
So that's where it's
She's
like, we
probably
got to make sure the
staying in
road is
Boston.
clear.
The swarms of people that are
Mhm.
following Ashanti.
Yep. I hope I have good seats.
How big is this place in Lynn?
Couple thousand, I would imagine.
100.
Yeah, he's like,
100?
like 80. We're all in the first 3 rows.
Let's see. The Lynn Auditorium capacity. Oh, 2,100.
Yeah.
Each ticket was like $10,000.
Yeah. Friday. Yeah. All right. Friday, Josh Winkowski versus Patrick Corbin, Tanner Houck versus Jake Irvin. It's a 4:10 start on Saturday. And then Cooper Criswell versus Mackenzie Gore, 1:35
Wow.
start on Sunday. Josh Winkowski, 1-1, a 3.47 ERA, a 1.54 whip, 7.3 strikeouts per 9. He's fared much better starting games this year than in relief. As a starter, 10 2/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 1 homer, a 1.69
J-Dog?
ERA.
Isn't
Yep.
it Houck on Friday?
Yeah.
Well, this I have bad information then.
Damn it.
Then
Yeah,
is Winkowski Saturday?
No. Criswell. And then
I have
Sunday is
Criswell
supposed
Sunday.
to be Bayo.
What?
Yeah. Bayo returns on Sunday.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I want to go to bed. It's midnight. Sox take 1 out of 3.
There's no breakdown at all.
I mean, how can he break it down?
No, I know.
He's like, we got Pedro, we got Schilling, we got Lowe.
True.
Are the Nats starters Corbin, Irvin, and Gore?
Yeah, you got that right.
All right, I'll just do them then. I don't give a fuck. I want to go to bed. Patrick Corbin, 0-3, a 6.45 ERA, a 181 WHIP, 6 strikeouts per 9. His WHIP is 181. Like, that's horrendous. A 12.7 hits per 9, a 3.6 walks per 9. Very, very bad. 68 base runners in 37 2/3 innings. He's made 7 starts this year. He's allowed 4+ in 5 of them. He's allowed 3 in 0 of his other starts. And 0 in his other starts. He throws a sinker 35% of the time. His slider 28%. Batters are hitting 377 with a 607 slug off the sinker and 368, 684 slug off the slider. It's very, very bad. Somehow the Nationals are 3-4 when he starts with 4.65 runs of support. Jake Irvin, never heard of this person. 2-3 with a 3.72 ERA, a 119 WHIP, and a 7 strikeouts per 9. He's in his second year in the big leagues, threw 121 innings last year, apparently, with a 4.61 ERA, about a 1.5 WHIP. He's been pretty good this year. Had 1 blow-up start against the Dodgers, 4 2/3, 12 hits, 6 earned. Excluding that game, he has a 2.65 ERA in 34 innings. He's allowed 2 or fewer earned runs in 4 of 7 starts. His savant stats are less friendly, but he has a 3.22 FIP. The Nationals are 2-5 when he starts. Then Mackenzie Gore, you do know who this is. He's 2-3 with a 3.44 ERA, a 147 WHIP, and an 11.1 strikeouts per 9. Could be a breakout season in the making for him. In his first 2 seasons, he never had an ERA or a FIP under 4. This year, 3.44 ERA, a 3.06 FIP to go along with it. A career high 10.3 hits per 9. He's cut his walks to a career best 2.9. He has 4 unearned runs given up this year, which matches his total for his career coming into the season. So the defense isn't helping him much. He's a lefty that throws 97 miles an hour. He uses the 4-seam 54% of the time. His fastball has a 25% whiff rate. The fastball is also up almost 2 miles an hour from last year. The Nationals are 3-4 when he starts and are 1-3 in his last 4. So that is fucking Houck versus Corbin. Who versus Irvin?
Cooper Criswell.
Criswell versus Irvin, and Bayo's back on Sunday versus Gore.
As long as everything goes right when he shows up tomorrow.
1 out of 3 for me. Coley?
If they lose to Patrick Corbin, shut it down. Just shut it down. Like, comfortably the worst pitcher in baseball for what, like 3 straight years now? I'm not even joking. Historically bad. You can't lose to that guy. Mackenzie Gore shoved it right down our dick holes last year. Don't love that. Still, I'm going to take 2 out of 3.
Optimistic. I like it. T-Dog.
Yeah, I'm going to hop in with 2 out of 3 as well. That Patrick Corbin game, when you are legitimately last in ERA in all of baseball right now and your organization refuses to DFA you, that should tell you all you need to know. And you got your best pitcher in Tanner Houck going that day. Jake Irvin, Cooper Criswell, I do feel like Criswell is a little due for a regression start or something like that. But I think in that series finale, while Mackenzie Gore killed you last year, Brian Bayo hasn't had the same layoff that Nick Pivetta has. Should be a slightly better bounce back for them. But one scary thing about the Nationals, they have been better on the road this year. They're 11-7. So coming to Fenway Park does make me a little bit nervous. But Red Sox back-to-back series losses. This is kind of one of those points where you need to stand up. If you can't do it against a team like the Nationals, you're going to start sinking pretty quickly.
Nationals are a good team.
500.
They just went toe-to-toe with the Orioles.
Another team worse. Like, there are so many teams with worse records that are viewed as better than the Red Sox.
Oh, and Nats have a better record. Than the
They're
Sox
about
right
what
now.
you are. Yeah. They
You just said they were 500.
Yeah, they're 18-18.
They lost tonight. So they're exactly
yeah.
500.
Heading into tonight. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now they're
They're
half game
basically
back.
You're very much on level playing field.
I think CJ Abrams is gonna eat the Red Sox ass the next couple days.
That would be wild if he just like did that.
Start eating their ass.
Watch.
The Nationals have a -8 run differential, but they're 18-18. The Red Sox are 19-18 with a +34. Yeah, you're better than them, I guess. We'll see. We'll see this weekend. Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to join you with 1 out of 3. I would rather be surprised this weekend than let down. There are only 5 teams in baseball with fewer home wins than the Boston Red Sox. That's the White Sox, the Angels, the Marlins, the Cardinals, and the Rockies. 4 of those 5 teams are last place teams. The Angels are about to be a last-place team once the Astros inevitably pass them. The Sox are the only AL East team with a losing record at home. And like we've mentioned, the Nats are not bad. They're definitely not as bad as we probably thought they would be when you saw them on the schedule.
They're kind of hot, too.
They're hot, too. Yeah, they really probably should have swept the Orioles. So this is tough. It's a tough time to get him. How big start for him on Friday. Try to set the tone for a 7-game homestand. A combined 1 home run in the last 9 games for Devers and O'Neill. I would like that to change. But yeah, your next 13 games for the Boston Red Sox, they're basically against 500 teams. So I know you're 500, so you're playing people like yourself, but it'll be interesting to see how they handle. Let's just start with this homestand and then go from there.
I'll also add, while people look at the Nationals ERA and it's like middle, it's I believe 16th. FIP-wise, 3rd best in all of baseball right now. The only teams better are the Phillies and the Red Sox. So for an offense that is scuffling, in going up against their pitchers, obviously Patrick Corbin sucks, but we know what Mackenzie Gore does as a whole. Scary. That bullpen can also go out there and do some things. So
it's a great book.
What a book. You never read As a Whole?
No.
Oh. That is
a classic.
I would recommend it.
This isn't like the movie, right? Holes?
Different.
No.
Different entirely.
That's
from a book called Holes.
They never made it into a movie, as far as I know. But the book,
Tyler's typing it in right now.
The book As a Whole is must read.
I know a lot of the fantasy
changed my life.
A lot of the fantasy community is not buying Mackenzie Gore's fastball. It's obviously had unbelievable results early this year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Obviously, again, last year shoved it down our dick hole, but even if the FIP is saying it's real, I know a lot of people don't know if it passes the smell test based off past year's results.
Mm-hmm.
And how, Steve, when you're talking about like how many more home games have those teams played than us?
I mean, it varies for those teams.
I just feel like we haven't played a ton of home games. Is more.
No, they played
That's
16.
fair.
Sox played 16 at home and 21 on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it depending on which team it varies, but it's the consistent thing is that those teams are all basically.
No, definitely. I'm not trying to discredit it. It just 16 is more than it feels like they've played at Fenway.
Just get some wins at Fenway, dude.
Yeah. Jake?
I got to go reverse sweep, unfortunately.
Wow.
It's the right time to do it. Yep.
Sox lost 5 of their last 6. Got to make a statement this weekend, so I got the Nationals coming in and blowing the doors off us.
Damn. Well,
imagine they call up James Wood just for this series.
I would love that. I would love that. You guys gonna talk about how my internet's been great this whole episode or no?
It's actually been
Yeah, it's only dipped out twice.
Yeah. Only a couple times.
Steve?
Weather Look Ahead is brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew them with your mouth.
Friday, 7:10 p.m. first pitch, 52 degrees, mostly cloudy, 15% chance of rain, but it doesn't look like it's actually gonna rain. It's gonna feel like 45 degrees.
You don't fucking know that.
Feel like 45 degrees by the end of the game.
You don't know that, dude. Like, there's, like, if there's a 15, like, what if I told you, Steve, what if I told you, all right, we're in the hypothetical hot tub right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I told you, Steve, hey, on Ashanti Day, May 9th,
in Lynn,
if you go outside on Ashanti Day, you have a 15% chance that someone's gonna fucking shoot you in the head.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Like,
Probable it's not.
Steve, would you go outside?
Probably not, but I would think I'm not going to get shot.
Right. So now you're going to sit here and tell people, oh, there's a 15% chance of rain, but don't worry about it. It's definitely not going to fucking rain.
Doesn't look like it.
The Stevie Weatherman seal of approval on it, Tyler.
Tyler.
Stevie's my guy, so I'm going to kind of step in here and say, listen, there's a big difference between shooting someone and rain. Those are very different.
I'm just saying, like, that you can't just...
Getting shot in the rain would suck, because then it's like it's raining and I just got shot.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm looking out for the people that are leaving their homes without umbrellas because Steve said there's no chance it's going to rain when there clearly is a chance.
I said
15%. You said 15%, but I think it's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Like
I said it doesn't look like it's gonna.
What are they called? Squalls? Is that what they're called? Like, are you looking at the squalls, being like, these aren't moving towards Fenway? Is that what they're called?
Saturday, 4:10 p.m. first pitch.
You don't even know.
54 degrees, partly
This guy
cloudy.
doesn't even know.
5% chance of rain Sunday.
Oh yeah, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a fucking 5% chance of rain.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Steve, let me ask you a question.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Just out of
We
curiosity.
had a good stretch where you weren't blowing up the weather look ahead, and now you're back to it.
Steve, let me ask you a question, right?
What do you got? Yeah, 5% chance of getting shot in the head.
No. Listen, Steve. All right, listen.
Yeah. Thought you wanted to go to bed.
No. Listen. All right. So it's the Powerball, right?
Yeah.
The winner gets $500 billion. If I told you, hey, Steve, if you buy a ticket, you have a 5% chance of winning, are you pumped?
No chance.
You're like, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. 5%?
Damn good.
500 bill? Yeah,
Absolutely.
You're like, oh shit, you're definitely leaving.
Coley, what do you got?
It's much like when Tyler gets in trouble. You get in trouble in a very similar way. If you just said 15% chance of rain and then moved on, Jared's got nothing to say to that. He's just like,
trust me, I regret saying it. I regret saying I don't think it's going to rain.
You're like 15%, but it's really 0 in Stevie Weatherbeard.
Hey, weathermen give their opinion. I don't think it's going to rain Friday at Fenway.
Yeah, but then I just asked you, like, based on what? Like, what's up with the squalls?
That there's an 85% chance it's not going to rain.
That's not good enough for me. If I mean, again,
for you,
like, I'm just saying,
me,
like,
that's good enough.
Hey, there's an 85% chance you might not die today. I'm feeling like I might have to say my goodbyes.
Craziest extreme. We're talking about water.
I am preemptively saying my goodbyes, Coley.
It's also not a 15% chance it will rain. It's saying it will absolutely rain on 15% of the areas. So if we have 100 people, Steve, if we're saying, hey, we're going to grab 100 people and I've got a machine gun and 15 people are going to get killed, are you standing in that 100?
I stand by. I don't think at Fenway Park on Friday night it is going to rain. I'm not changing that.
But would you stand in the line?
What do you, Steve? What are you gonna do?
So dumb. Let me finish.
Steve, what are you gonna fucking do if it rains on Friday?
What are you gonna do? 10 listeners. Let's see. A pizza.
$100 gift card to Sal's
Friendlies.
Pizza.
There we go. Yeah, sure. Sunday, 1:35 p.m. first pitch. It's cloudy. It is cloudy.
Hope it fucking pisses outside.
54 degrees.
Like, what was that last summer? Like last summer when it rained so hard that they had to fucking evacuate the ballpark because the water was just rushing from all the stairs and everything.
It was bad. Yeah,
I was there too. How about that, Steve? What if that happens?
54 degrees on Sunday, 17% chance of rain. So it might. Who knows? Maybe it rains.
We don't want to talk.
Kind of blah weather for the finale there. So
what is
Sunday's
the percent chance it's going to rain on Sunday? Like 85%?
I said 17 if you were listening.
So Sunday has the highest chance of raining, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I said that's going to be the worst weather day of the three. Yep.
Sunday has the highest chance of rain, but Steve said, fuck it. Show up with no poncho.
For Sunday, it might rain. And that'll do it for the weather look ahead, which is brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Chew them with your mouth.
Oh, yeah. 17% chance of rain. It might rain, but 15%.
Nope, I don't think it's gonna.
16 is the line.
16 is like, who knows? Yeah.
16 is like, it could. It could, I guess.
17.
I don't know.
Fucking don't even go outside.
Yeah, haven't had a chance to peek the squalls yet, but I don't know.
Back to you, Jared.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Steve.
Thanks.
Pray for the people going to Fenway this weekend. They got no fucking idea what they're walking into.
You'll be fine.
They have
it's
no
gonna be cloudy,
idea.
So it's not going to be great, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. These people are going to be dressed so inappropriately. it is going to be the preparation that will go into some of the attire at Fenway this weekend. It's going to be all over the fucking place because
Consistent temps. Consistent.
Listen to Section 10 being like, dude, I don't know. I showed up wearing a snowsuit. I don't know. Steve said something about
low
squalls.
50s. You did. I didn't.
That was Stevie Squalls. Yeah.
Stevie Squalls over here trying to tell me that 15% really means 0.
Steve per squalt.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. Steve. Do you even know what a squall is, Steve?
Yeah, it's a sudden violent gust of wind or a localized storm.
Yeah.
That was a definition.
Yeah.
That
Like,
was a definition.
What, dude?
Yeah.
My God, it's especially when bringing rain, snow, or sleet, you idiot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So he's got to figure it out then. I trust him. If you're going to all 3 games this weekend, apparently only be on the lookout for rain on Sunday.
Bone dry.
Yeah, you should be
otherwise.
good.
Mm-hmm. You should be good.
More probable than not that you're
But
good.
God help you if those squalls roll in.
Those skulls come in.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
It's going to be over for you.
Hmm.
All right. Final thoughts, Coley?
Nope.
T-Dog.
Shout out Marcelo
Manifesto.
Meyer. Hit his 3rd homer so far this year. Today, Miguel Blaze homered for the first time yesterday, and Blaze Jordan extended his hitting streak to 16 games. Now has an OPS just below 1,000 over those 16 games.
Miguel Blaze OPS still in like the 700 somewhere, yeah?
Yeah, but the K percentage is in the like 17% area. Walk rate's over 10. Very good signs.
Very
playing
nice.
good defense at first as well, and Cavada's homered again because that's just what he does. So just cut Garrett, bad person, Cooper, and Dom, no personality to speak of, Smith. Get him out of here and just bring up Nico.
Your
Get
hatred.
Nico up here. Steve, final thoughts?
Yeah, this weekend I want to see Matthew Tkachuk just get pounded. I want someone to hit him right in the face.
Who's that?
He punched Pasternak in the face pretty aggressively in game 2 at the end.
That
It
pissed me
kind of
off when he did
it was
that.
a little much. It was a little much. I think it's because Marchand lit him up earlier in the game. But yeah, let's punch that dude right in the nose.
Yeah, punch him.
And if it fractures, I don't care.
Yeah. Jake's takes?
I know the pod's technically not over, but Tyler's throwing a no here in the bottom of the ninth.
Shit!
Yes.
Oh no!
Say something, bitch. Make me laugh. Say something funny.
I think he's
To make
clean. I think he's clean.
I think I've performed well tonight. I've turned over a new leaf. Thank you everyone who's supported me on this journey, and I hope I can keep this going moving forward. Don't even. Don't you.
He gave this speech for the show.
You be careful. He's
What were you about to
trying
call
to
me?
bait you.
Please,
What were you
Sir.
about to call me?
my tribal chief. My boy. My dog.
That's right. That's right.
Don't do it.
My final thought. I want to congratulate Tyler Milliken for almost making it through a whole podcast without getting suspended.
What does that mean?
No, I'm not going to suspend you.
Thank
I'm
you.
not
Thought
gonna do
about
that.
it. You gave yourself some time. You're like, am I about to do a really mean thing?
I searched my brain for like something that he tweeted that pissed me off and nothing came to mind. Steve?
Tyler, I got your back. There was a DM that was like, can you please suspend Tyler because I have the over? It said like, I love you, Tyler, but can you please suspend him right now? I didn't read it.
Thank
Mm.
you.
I'm fair. Hey, listen. The only suspension on this podcast was me.
Oh, you're super fair. Yeah. It's
Very
not a joke. Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
only one that got suspended today. That's actually kind of crazy. That might not ever happen again.
It was
Yeah,
noble.
and like Tyler slandered Bob a little bit on this show.
He
Yeah.
was
And it's kind of like, you know, it's like if you're a hitter and there's a pitch out of the zone, you're like, it's kind of a horseshit call there, Blue. It's like you're not saying like, hey, go fuck yourself with that one. Like he didn't ask to get tossed, but he definitely said some shit that maybe on a different day he gets tossed for it. But
Well-
today I was a little more lenient.
he didn't say the magic word. I think that's the key here. Like when a manager says
He-
that one word, it's like, oh, you got to go. He never said that today.
You know what? You know why? He never made it personal. Like he stuck to baseball, but in his negative Bob commentary, he never made it personal. So I think that that's why he got to stay in. Steve?
Can we do the clap audio for Tout?
You're assuming that, I mean, the pod's not done yet.
The pod's not done yet. Sorry.
You're making me very nervous the more you talk about it. Please, I'm asking kindly to end this podcast.
What was I going to say? Yeah, you had
Hey, Tyler, I'll end the fucking podcast when I want to end the podcast.
You're right, dude. He's yelling at you right now. What?
Yeah, why are you screaming?
Coley?
So,
well, first of all, that's, I get to call on Coley. You don't get.
I'm walking back to the dugout. I'm not saying anything.
Who do you think you are?
I'm not
calling
saying
on
anything.
Coley like that. That's my move.
I'm putting my equipment away. Jesus.
Coley?
Vaughn Grissom's first at bat. I just didn't love the tone of Tyler's tweet. Now, I'm not saying it's suspension worthy, but I said to you on Twitter, I don't love your tone here.
What did he say?
He said, Vaughn Grissom, just listen to this fucking ass. Vaughn Grissom grounds out and his first at bat with the Red Sox, period. Enter. Saw a total of 5 pitches. It's just, I didn't love the tone. Though.
I don't like that tone.
Are you kidding me?
The tone.
Ooh. This is factual information. He saw 5 pitches.
I
True or
didn't
false?
say anything was incorrect with the facts. I said I didn't love the tone in which you delivered it.
Yeah, it felt personal.
I love Vaughn Grissom.
That was your reply.
Some people
that was your reply.
were clicking on the Vaughn Grissom when it was trending the other day, and it was just like 8 tweets of me for some reason posting about Vaughn Grissom that much. What are you doing there, Jared?
You love him, but I hate Garrett Cooper and Dom Smith. They've been terrible as the replacements of Bobby Dahlbeck.
Tyler's sweating bullets.
They've been absolutely terrible. A combined 150.
I'm reaching back here. I'm reaching for something.
This is feeling like an Aaron Boone situation. Like I'm going to get thrown out here, even though it may not be my fault.
No.
You know what, T-Dog?
Yeah.
I think you made it.
You made it. Suspension-free episode with Tyler Milliken. He deserves it. Looks amazing.
Thank you.
He's down, how many pounds we down?
40 plus.
40 plus. It's showing.
Thank you. Jawline's looking good.
Yeah. We just got to get you like a haircut and a lineup.
Think that's the next move?
Yeah.
I want to
Maybe,
design
like, some sunlight.
I'd argue the background would help you too if it wasn't just your bed.
Yeah.
That's where I fuck. That's not suspendable. That's crazy.
It's a kids program.
Jared's like searching his brain for like, is he saying anything here that I could toss him for?
Yeah. He's like, please on this podcast. Please.
I have no further comments on anything else going on.
Well, I mean, if I ask you a question, I'd love if you answered it, you know?
I would love to answer if you asked me a question.
Okay. Who's your least favorite player in the Red Sox? Like in the whole organization?
Bobby Dahlbeck. That's fine. Listen, it's not personal. It really just speaks to some of the on-field performance.
Well, it's definitely personal. Like, he's a good guy. Like, there's definitely way worse guys. Like, there's definitely, like, I don't know, there's certain players on the team that maybe said some pretty mean things about me. Like, that should be your least favorite player. No?
Actually, you know what? Josh Winkowski's inability to miss bats anymore actually pisses me off a little bit. And listening to Sean McAdam today, it sounds like they're not too happy. He hasn't really been following Andrew Bailey's instruction. So Josh Winkowski, just kind of what they've been working on with a lot of the breaking stuff to miss more bats and get strikeouts. So, hey, Josh Winkowski, if you're against Andrew Bailey, I'm against you. And Jared. Please on the podcast.
That's my final thought. Is congratulations to Tyler Milliken on making it through a whole episode without getting suspended.
Won't happen again.
No, it'll happen again.
I do love that, especially in reverse. Like, I promise you I'm going to be bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Ashanti Day tomorrow or today when you're listening to this. And enjoy the weekend of baseball against the Nats, and we will see you back here on Monday. Bye.
Amigos.